Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. We finally got a few of these folks from WWT as well as Kayfabe to bring their asses into work because all of them was drunk thanks to good old Memorial Weekend. Nobody was showing up to anything. They barely got here. Y'all. Barely turned themselves in today. But they showed up. They showed up now.
We're here. That's the goal, is to get here. No matter how we get here, we here.
We're present.
Yeah. Y'all wasn't the other day, though. Nobody was there Monday. Nobody.
Well, it was Memorial Day. There was no show on Memorial Day.
Yeah, there was no show.
I wasn't there Wednesday either. There was so much talk.
Will did about an hour by himself, I feel like.
Like a fucking stand-up comedian. I'm like, is this what it's like to be on stage for an hour? I will never have a comedy special. Ever.
Well, how about that Saturday night main event? How about it? Huh? Anybody? Great.
Yep.
This thing on? Nope.
What's the deal with double or nothing? Are they doing double matches or are they just sitting there doing nothing? I don't understand. I really don't understand how people think Jerry Seinfeld is funny.
The show is hilarious, man.
The show is great.
The show
I personally understand what you're saying there. Like, I don't like, it's dry humor. It's mostly dry humor, but the show is fantastic.
Seinfeld is top tier comedy, man.
It is.
George Costanza is the reason I watched all of that show.
Yeah, man. George and Elaine alone make that show for me, especially Elaine.
George. George, you work for the Yankees. Like he
works for the Yankees.
He accidentally killed his fiance with some old envelopes.
With some poison with some envelopes because she licked envelopes and the shit that she licked. Oh my god, it was hilarious. Oh man, it's a show about nothing. That's the whole point. Like it's the point is nothing, but it's hilarious.
Exactly.
It's safe in here. I'm not because of my co-host. I am going to, in my 30s, give Seinfeld another shot, and I'm gonna try to check it out and give my now unbiased opinion because I feel like this is the range you need to be in to enjoy Seinfeld, and I'm gonna give it a try.
I literally felt the same way you did until Pat, you put me on, and we literally binged and watched the whole thing front to back, and I was like, nah, this is funny. Nah, this is good. This is good stuff. And also if you like Larry David, because we watched Curb Your Enthusiasm and I was heavily religious on it. And Larry David is the one who wrote Seinfeld. So I'm like, why didn't I give Seinfeld a chance? But then again, I was still a little kid. I wouldn't have understood anything. So I'm glad I watched it when I did, and it's great.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Please do, man. Please do.
But if it's anything like Lord of the Rings, y'all are not gonna hear the end of this from me. Y'all are not gonna hear the end of this. I am gonna dog walk. That's something I'll do an hour on.
You gotta listen to the dialogue.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm older now, so maybe it's gonna hit. Even though I'm a not to say she's 42 and it still don't do it. So we go see.
That's top tier comedy, man. I enjoyed it. It's like just like Honey said, it wasn't until I got older. Like I won't say older, but like I got in college and it was on like TBS all the time. And you just run it on TBS for a while and you're like, oh crap, I really like this. And then when you get a chance to watch it all together, perfect.
My grandfather literally had VHS tapes recorded of every episode. And this was obviously way before DVDs and all of that was out. Like he had episodes recorded, like dated in order, everything.
Because Seinfeld went about 9 seasons, didn't it?
I think 10.
About 9 or 10.
Did it make 10?
I think they made 10. I want to say because it was I remember when they were still coming out, and I remember them like it was a big deal about the farewell woman because I remember like there was a cover of them like bowing
9
down.
Seasons, not 9 seasons since 1989.
Okay,
yeah, and I didn't even what's crazy? I didn't even know they started that early. I thought it was like late, like 92 or 93 that it started. I didn't realize it started in 89.
See, it felt later than that from what I was seeing. It kind of felt like that shit started in like 94 or something.
That's
because it felt like it came over with the 2000s, but it didn't.
No, it was right before the millennium. I feel like it went. Well, they had a millennium episode, and a Y2K episode.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so they just made it.
Mine is with the voice on the tape. That was one of my favorite episodes, and the parking lot.
Okay. Right. Will, check it out. Trust me.
You have to, man.
You said Lord of the Rings is the greatest trilogy of all time, so I definitely don't trust you.
No, I said it's up there with. Okay, I'll say that. Back to the Future.
So that's what my cousin brought up. He was like, "Yo, the fact that he never mentioned Back to the Future is He was like,
but you give me talk about that." But if it's one that I can watch Lord of the Rings. I can get through that. I enjoy it. Back to the Future is my second favorite trilogy. The original Indiana Jones is probably up there too. Those three.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on those because
what else?
Toy Story got one of the greatest fucking trilogies.
Man,
if the standalone trilogy we don't talk about 4 or 5 that's coming, absolutely.
Yeah, we're just talking about trilogy.
We're talking about trilogies. So if I were to say Scream, I'm stopping at 1, 2, 3. Like that's what I mean. Like I'm stopping.
Yeah.
There.
I don't want to say what I want to say.
You can say whatever you want to say.
I feel like Scream 1, 2, and 3 is one movie. Because I do not remember what the fuck happened in these movies. I get these so mixed up and backwards. I'm like, okay, I know one.
I can tell you.
One was with the son. That was Naomi Campbell's boyfriend.
No, Nev Campbell. Y'all
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. That Campbell girl. Girl. Yeah. Good.
Sydney.
Yeah, there we go. Is the second one with his mom? His mom is the killer, right? The chick from Roseanne?
That's part 2.
That is part 2. Okay.
That's part 2.
Who was it in 3?
3 was Sydney's. Okay. All right. This is a lot. Sydney's like half or step brother. That remember when she like in the third one she was finding out shit about her mom's past and shit like that, because remember the whole thing was that her mom was murdered or blah blah blah, and then she was sleeping with her boyfriend's father and all that. So when she had that affair, she had a kid. That kid ended up being grown up. He was the reason behind all those movies that were coming out about her in the film and stuff, and he was the killer in the third one. It was only one person.
This sounds like the greatest horror soap opera ever made.
It really is to me.
That's what Scream is. Scream is they was like, yo, let's take As the World Turns and make it into a horror film.
2 was
and
great.
that's what they do.
Scream was great. I like those 3.
Aliens 1, 2, and 3. Like that's a great trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You say Lethal Weapon. I mean, but you can't say. I mean, I can't talk about Lethal Weapon without 4 because 4 was.
I want all 4 of those. If you given,
I want. That's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like I can't not talk about 4 because 4 was one of my favorites.
The Bourne Identity, that was a great trilogy.
Oh wow,
that was a great trilogy.
Do you put The Dark Knight there too? Right, you got to, because of how weighted the second one was. How heavily weighted it is.
See, here's my thing.
Does one movie make a trilogy?
No, and that's the thing, because one was like, okay.
I love Batman
2 knocked it out the park so great, and then to come back with 3, it was like,
yeah. We didn't stick the landing as we there was a little wobble at the end, right? We landed.
I agree.
Yeah, and that wasn't their fault though, because Heath died. And so, like, that was because Bane was supposed to be like a side, not a side. I don't want to call him a side, like he a side chick villain, but he was supposed to be like he wasn't supposed to be the main villain.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, how can we forget Star Wars, man?
Star Wars. I was gonna say the Matrix.
That's just there.
Okay,
that's just up there. It can be for the Matrix.
I was just gonna say the Matrix, or even let's see.
Again, Spider-Man didn't stick the landing.
No, you know what stuck the landing that should be number 1? Pirates of the fucking Caribbean.
Oh hell yes.
1, 2, and 3.
Hell yes.
Back to back.
At World's End was insane, and Calypso, that whole shit.
Davy Jones with the 10. I'm like, come on, bro. That's
Davy
flawless.
Jones was my favorite villain. Part 2 was my secretly like my low key my favorite one out of all 3. Like,
only a best. Oh my god, I feel your voice more. Like just
Sparrow. Yeah, man, that was actually
a liar and you were really on the shop.
I could get on board with this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Absolutely not.
They didn't stick the landing in the third.
No.
Oh well, no, that's the third. You know what? You're right. You're right.
But oof, it's a kind of off topic. Spider-Man 2 might Spider-Man 2 has forever been in my top 5 superhero movies ever.
Which one? Wait, which one?
Spider-Man 2.
2?
Top 5?
It goes in and out, it jumps in and out every time. But
so you put 2 as the best one out of the whole trilogy itself?
Dude, that train scene for me is one of the greatest scenes in superhero movies ever.
The first one was.
You know how many superhero movies that came out? And
I know. I'll tell you my top 5 off my top of my head.
No, we're gonna save that for straight up.
Winter Soldier.
That's a whole debate right there.
First Avengers.
That's a whole conversation.
Batman 89.
One last trilogy. One last trilogy. And I'm just gonna throw it out there just to see how you feel about it. Blade.
Didn't stick the landing.
That third one.
That third one.
The premise was good, but
I don't like
there's so much that went down behind the scenes with that one that's why it tanked, because they didn't want to listen to Wesley when it came to the character.
And that dude who played, was it Dracula in it, right? He just always looked weird to me, man. Like his neck and head is just all one.
Too compressed.
That's a dude from prison.
It's just there.
That's another one that I could argue. That's another movie that I could argue, just like how I said about Bad Boys 2 and Rush Hour 2, where part 2 trumps all of them for me. That's another one. Blade 2.
I still gotta take that first one.
Name? Novak or whatever the hell, bro. I was rooting for him the whole movie. I'm like, yo, this dude is fire.
Oh no, honey, I still gotta take that first one. Just
the song alone on the first one.
First one was classic.
Then at the end, how
the second one hit me different.
That sword hit at the end. He suplexed somebody in the second one though, so I can give it. He's standing suplex some.
Yep.
And then popped right back up.
Hey man, Blade was up there.
Love Wesley, man. Oh, should he get? I know we need to get on topic, but should he get a farewell like Logan? Wesley Snipes?
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. I told you about this. I thought
we talked about this. I think. Yeah, I think
we talked about how we get to Midnight Suns. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's his Logan farewell right there.
Yeah, he deserves it, man. We ain't in this whole thing without him.
Yeah, man. No disrespect to Mahershala, but like, let my boy get his ending.
I know.
Best third movie in a trilogy, Dark Knight.
I don't know about. Well, no, maybe not third. No, I thought he's. No, never mind. Not third. Second.
Hey, listen, I'm finna throw
second in the movie. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about
third. That third movie do go hard. I think people get way too much shit for that. Like, that third one was dope.
Third one was good. Third one was good, but I saw Dark Knight Part 2 with Heath Ledger like 2 to 3 times in one weekend when that came out, man.
I saw the first one 3. I saw Batman Begins 3 times.
You said 3 times?
I love Batman Begins. I loved it. You know why? Because it was a Batman movie. You know what I went to pay my money for? A Batman movie. And what did I get? A Batman movie. After 10 years, I got a Batman movie. Damn right, I'm going to see it 3 times.
I give you that.
I feel you.
I give you that. Yeah.
I felt that.
George Clooney was the last time I saw. Man, yeah, of course I'm going to see it.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah. When you start to say it like that, it's understandable. Yo, it's crazy that you don't have no live action TV Batman. The more I think will. Except Adam West. Adam West was probably like the last one outside the dude from Gotham, but I don't count that as Batman.
They suited him up at the finale, and it looked janky.
That ain't.
And then it wasn't him in the finale. It was another dude.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember they grew up, so it showed him like in the future, and it
was him in that mask.
Yeah, the other one you seen was when he had that little gimp outfit that didn't have the horns. It was just a head and then this right here. I was like, what the fuck is he wearing?
That show was really good. That show was really good up until like midway through. When like I think Fish Mooney came
like
back.
Flash, bro. Yeah, they did.
And
like
I'm like, come on, man.
But you know what though? I think that's why we are in the time now where television series only go to like 4 seasons. Because if you try to extend it any more than that, that's when you start getting these seasons like a Gotham or like Flash and stuff like that. And you'd be like,
Walking Dead,
yeah.
They all can't. They all can't be Grey's Anatomy and Law and Order.
No, Grey's Anatomy to end. That needs
how. I'm always startled when I see that a commercial for it. I'm like, it's still around.
How is it still on?
I was like, this I can see why.
That's crime. You gonna always have
that show. You always have that. Yeah, but no,
never ending.
That one you could do. Grey's Anatomy though, just close the hospital. Then
get it out.
Everybody get laid off. Then
have old girl in there like Will at the end of the Fresh Prince in an empty hospital floor, just looking around.
Go off.
Yeah.
That's it. If it was a comedy, you hear somebody beeping, hey, where did everybody go? It just cut off.
Dude, I'm rewatching season 1 of that. And boy, that show that might be one of the best season 1s of like any show. I think it's flawless.
What show?
Fresh Prince. I think that's one of the best seasons ever.
Fresh Prince, like all of their first season, all their episodes are bangers. Like you can tell,
like,
season 1, because they brought out all the celebrities for this. So they was like, we not holding no punches.
It was so good. Because I'm at the episode where I only know her name. What's her real name? Different World, Whitley Gilbert. She's on there. Thank you. Yeah, she's on there. She's a student of Aunt Vio's and Will. They getting together. But like Don Cheadle was on the first season as Ice Tray.
Tevin Campbell was on there for Ashley's birthday.
Yeah, but, dude. Fresh Prince.
Every other musical guest or model known to man.
Mm-hmm. I think Vivica A. Fox was on there at that time.
He was
Nia Long.
Yep, Queen Latifah was on that season.
She's been there. Yeah, she was on that one, but she's been on there twice. She plays.
Yeah, she's on there twice.
Yeah, dude.
And that's when they became friends, and he started liking her, but she wanted somebody else.
It's such a good rewatch.
You know what I'm about to rewatch? Scrubs. I'm about to rewatch Scrubs.
Boy, I did that whole bit of like, who has 2 thumbs and don't give a damn.
Yo, that's the greatest fucking line on this whole show. And walk off. Hey, champ, who has 2 thumbs and don't give a fuck? Bob Kelso, how you doing?
Never got into it.
Honey, watch Scrubs. I used to hate Scrubs because I had cable growing up, and so it only went to channel 11, and that would come on at night, and I'm like, oh fuck, man. But because I thought it was like ER and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to watch.
No,
we thought it was something serious.
Yeah, and then like when I was in college, like something very dramatic happened to me, and so like I was like barricaded in my room and shit. I ain't gonna get into it, but that was the only thing I could watch was Scrubs, and I watched all the seasons. And when I tell you, banger, like all the way to the end.
Wow.
Will, do you know the Steak Night song?
Yes. Steak night.
Yeah, we're going to steak night. We're gonna eat it right. Steak night is such a treat. It is the world's best meat.
No, now do you remember the Guy Love song?
Yeah.
Dylan, I hope you're clipping all of this.
It's so dope. Because they even do a version like where they do like a Wizard of Oz musical because this lady like get in an accident where all she can hear people is through song. So they had like all of them performing and shit. And it was like, yo.
It was like a musical.
That might be worth a rewatch too, man. I might start.
I'm telling you, bro. Like with what's his face? When was it Ted? Was that his name? The lawyer? Like when he get an acapella band, yo.
I'm gonna have to.
Ted was so sad, man.
So sad to all 9 seasons. Oh my God! Did he finally got a girlfriend all the way at the end? It's so
he
good,
just walk away from Ted. Oh.
I'm gonna have to check that.
I'm like, oh my pudding. Oh no. I tell you, yo, they make you want to work at a hospital so bad. They really
that
do.
Show, yeah.
That show. Oh man.
God. Oh God.
Well,
man,
where are we, guys?
We went all the way to the bottom to shooting the shit, and now we're back.
It's like we started at the beginning, so it's just kind of like it just be there because it's optional. Because sometimes we just jump right in. Sometimes we may do this, so it's there as it could be at the top, it could be at the bottom. Just know we shot the ish, but we have an incredible. And when they all came together, say it with me. Steak night. That thing came out of nowhere.
I can't.
It's so damn goofy, man. That shows.
I can't believe this, man.
Oh my God.
Not even one topic in.
Had the ringtone for bye bye bye, and everybody kept dancing with it, right?
That's so stupid, man.
Yo, it's so good, honey. I'm telling you, yo. Just try it out. I guarantee you won't be poor. If you watch Scrubs, I will watch Seinfeld.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'll just watch them both.
He was I'm gonna watch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a lot to talk about though. Again, we had an impactful wrestling week. We also have some dope segments for y'all. We got our gimmick swap coming back, as well as a new one, top tier, returning Who's the Heel, and then we're doing a Intercontinental Mount Rushmore. Who is on the Mount Rushmore of the WWE IC title? Oof. Yeah. So
going through that list was fun.
I'm really excited for that last segment.
And I got to learn how you did your image, because I tried doing that Mid-Journey and they were not giving me shit.
I took like 4 webinars on ChatGPT this week for work. Oh, not on ChatGPT, but just AI. And
I'm going to talk to you then on that. We're going to have to consult. But let's start it off. Tricky Williams. Tricky Williams, Hollywood Trick, is the TNA champion. He defeated Joe Hendry this past Sunday at WWE Battlegrounds and is now the TNA World Champion. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, y'all. Apparently, some people are not too happy about this outcome. And one of those people being none other than Nick Nemeth, a former TNA champion. He was recently interviewed with What Culture Wrestling, and he had this to say. I'm absolutely furious and pissed off about it. And that's not a joke or a game or like it isn't this. This isn't a funny snip or clip to play. I feel like Joe Hendry has accomplished so much and he's brought so many eyes to the TNA brand and he kicks so much ass. This isn't a world of participation medals and awards to say, hey, great job. You lost our world title to a different guy from a different company. So I don't go, hey, great job, buddy. Thanks for trying really hard and losing our title to a different company, Nemeth said. Is it okay if I start off first?
Please do. Mr. NXT.
Let him know.
Shut your bitch ass up. Complaining and shit. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm sorry, man. I'm a fan of Nick Nemeth, but like you talking out your ass. And at first, if you'd have told me this was a bit, I'd have been okay. But since you serious about it, it really just sounds like you hating because you're not a star. Because you couldn't do that. Because they didn't entrust you to do that. And it shows very well. I say, yo, you've never been in a position where you've grown bigger than the title. Like I've said this about Joe Hendry. Like Joe Hendry right now is a shark in a lake. You've done it all, bro. Like we've talked about it. We be forgetting he's TNA champion when he come out.
Yeah.
You see the belt, you're like, oh, that's right. I forgot he's champ. Like that's how big his star power has got. And so it's just like, yo, like if anybody, if we going like, yo, it's time for a call up, it's this guy. But then also too, though, you're getting mad at about an NXT star from a different company getting this. Do we not remember though? Hendry said he was going to be coming after the NXT championship. And to me, that's the one that can beat Oba. That's the one, if Oba loses to anybody, let it be Joe Hendry.
Man, and all this means nothing after he says after that, you know?
Yeah, but then it's also showing that it's like, yo, a dude from TNA has a WWE belt coming to TNA. He's on NXT as well, still representing. Then Oba can make his rise up to the main roster. It's like, yo, the stuff is still there. So it's just like, yo, like, I'm sorry no one strapped the rocket to you and let it stay on for long. I'm sorry when you got the rocket, you were still at a quarter of a tank to eat. I'm sorry. You had your chance. Nobody saw it. You got two people here that definitely are elevating these brands, and you sitting here getting upset about what? Or maybe I'm tripping. Like, does anybody else see a different perspective from this?
I sort of kind of don't, because you kind of kill two birds with one stone in a situation like this. Trick Williams was losing an edge. And you know, we were saying for the last quite a few shows, even on WWT, where is Trick losing his momentum and, you know, questioning what it's like for Trick to go for the chase. Little did we know this. We kept forgetting that this also applies to TNA. Hence why they were experimenting with the thought of him being back and forth in TNA in the first place. This is a partnership. So you're getting eyes from different sides of the spectrum to both your products while still building them up and elevating them into the next level. Because obviously we know Joe Hendry's main roster. Like, I don't understand why anybody would be upset with this loss for Joe Hendry. Trick Williams was a great contender for it, actually. And I will say this match was great. Trick Williams did what he needed to do in this match, and he finally proved to us that he can do a lot more than just what we've seen him do. And now he has a different kind of edge to him now that he has this title, because now what? I'm from NXT, but I took your title. Now what? Exactly, Dolph Ziggler. Now what? If you have a problem with it so much, get your ass in the ring.
But it'd be interesting to see, like, Joe Hendry go after the NXT title, wins that. Trick still has this title. Who's necessarily going up against Trick from TNA? That's gonna, whoever that ends up being, that's a rocket strapped to their back too, because they're gonna be on NXT. They're gonna be back and forth to TNA and WWE. So, man, Dolph Ziggler.
You're elevating two divisions at the same time. So what's the problem?
Load of potential. Always had it. I just never could get behind who he wanted to be. Did he want to be Mr. Perfect? Did he want to be Shawn Michaels? Did he want to be Billy Gunn? I don't know. And I remember specifically when he won that one year. I think this might have been the Sting year. He was the last man surviving in the Survivor Series. I think that may have been that year. And he won it. That should have been a rocket strap to his back. But he cuts a promo after that talking about how it was his pleasure to, like, perform in front of us tonight or something like that. He said it stunk. And his cash in was great. But man, TNA, you've been over there for what, about a year and a half now? Give or take. He's been champion over there too.
Yep.
But nothing like this. I don't know if we see him in NXT. He said he's done it already. He said he doesn't want it. He has no desire to do it. So, well, they'll find somebody else. I'm sure of it.
Right.
No problem doing it.
Yeah, I just didn't know who he wanted to be, man. Billy Gunn, Mr. Perfect, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. He sold us the whole wardrobe. His tights, his boots. Good Lord. We love Shawn Michaels around here, but man, there's only one. There's ever going to be only one.
There can only be one.
There
can only be one, and there will always be one.
Yeah, this sounds a bit bitter, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like it should have been me, is what it sounds like. That's what you sounded like right now. And so, yeah, but either way, congratulations to Trick Williams. Even congratulations to Joe Hendry. Like, it wasn't no bad loss. Yeah, it's like, like, people got eyes on TNA.
And not that just came to my head too. I'm sorry, but that's another thing. You showed up on the main roster twice as TNA champ at the Rumble and at WrestleMania in big moments where you faced against Randy Orton in what was just literally a match for us. Literally just a match for us, just to literally shoot the shit and have fun. And Randy had even more fun. It helped him even more. You know, like you could see, like, even Joe Hendry would taking the loss, and remember, and IWC was going crazy about the loss. Like, bro, like, y'all need to get over the fact that people lose from time to time. Y'all can't have everything handed to you. Not everything's a win-win situation. But Joe Hendry, you best believe the moment his music hit and that pop hit at Mania, he won. Like, you already know, like, this man is built for the main roster. He's
and that's what Will said.
You might be getting him in Saudi sooner than you think, Councilman, like we talked about weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And it's similar to what Will said. Like, he's bigger than the championship right now.
But like all of it.
The fact that you got Randy Orton to do your spin and hit that pose. Come on, man. I lost that Mania. So what?
Yeah, Trick too.
I smiled the giddiest of kid smiles. Like when I saw that moment, like I smiled like a kid on Christmas. Like I was so happy that I saw a pile of gifts just for me, and like that was just straight fun.
But also too, it's like you got a lot of eyes on TNA because of that, and it's just like, like the way y'all see it, like it should be projected and pictured. Like, this is one of those of like. Kind of just enjoy the ride and see where it goes, because it's like, like so many of these superstars have built a new TNA. Like you got your Frank Kazarians, you got Rosemary, you have Masha Slamovich, you have Mike Santana. Like you have these people who have really built you a new TNA that you can get behind. You know what I'm saying? Even as controversial as she is, having Tessa Blanchard there, like y'all have built something dope, but now you're putting eyes from the WWE main roster to go look at TNA. You're now having people from NXT like myself now wanting to go check out TNA because I want to see the other talent. Like even this past Tuesday, it was so great to see Mike Santana on NXT. Yeah. This man's on a WWE screen.
Was it me?
We never see.
Was it me, or did he look like he freaking belonged there, man?
Yes. But again, but this is what shows you how dope TNA is now, because they're building superstars.
Yes.
Before you saw that, you'd have superstars come over to try to carry the brand. Now we're seeing them forge superstars inside this company that can go on to WWE. Because him and Tavion Heights had an incredible match. Him and Trick Williams had an incredible promo exchange. And you wouldn't have gotten to see that had we not had this come out. Now we're seeing who's the next face of TNA when Joe leaves. You got your Mike Santana's there. Even Nick Nemeth saying this stupid shit. You still got Nick Nemeth there. You still got the Hardy Boys there. You got folks like Leon Slater. You got folks like AJ Francis, who are going to be helping elevate this even more and putting eyes on it. So it's just like, I get the IWC got their own way of like, hey, it needs to be like this. It needs to be like that. It's like, let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah, it needs to, like, Trick winning it makes me feel really good about what they sort of have lined up, because somebody's going to have to take it off of him. And that's more like going to be somebody, a TNA guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big guy. Elevate. That's a little give and take. Like, they won it. it's not like Trick or WWE is going to have this title forever.
Yes,
right. There's going to have to be a payoff at the end of this for Trick to lose to someone within TNA if Joe Hendry doesn't get it back or anything like that. I don't even know if that's on his radar anymore.
Right.
So it's just going to continue to sort of elevate. And the fact that we talk about like main roster or come ups, it's like this is a TNA person, Joe Hendry. And we're talking about him getting called up to the main roster of WWE through this partnership.
Yes.
This was the plan. This was the goal the whole long. Another feeder system that we can work with these young talent through TNA, get them in WWE, work them through NXT, main roster. You're set again for another 10 years.
Exactly. We also got some breaking news coming in. Alberto Del Rio attacked Vikingo's father on a talk show, and the security wasn't informed of the walk. So Del Rio actually got tackled, and police got called.
What?
Well, all right then.
Well, there's a lot of things he's done that he should have got tackled by the police for. So,
there's that.
Karma's a bitch. So.
But Trick Williams, but back to the TNA Championship though, Trick Williams literally make history. This is something
I'm gonna need you to chew and swallow that because that bite is fucking you up.
Sorry, the
bite took you out. You love me, Trick Williams.
Sorry, Trick Williams literally made history with this situation. Like he's the first to do it, to be a star from NXT to actually win a different title from a different brand through this partnership. And then also, not to mention, when you were talking about like other superstars that he could work with going forward, like AJ Francis, Mike Santana, et cetera, you also have the new guys also coming up through LFG, because you see Jasper Troy already making waves on Obafemi, and Obafemi's the champ. So it's just like there's going to be so much to work with, and there's so much that they did in this past episode that just elevated everything even more. Because I honestly couldn't believe it when I couldn't believe it when the ref counted 3 for this. I was like, holy crap! Where like now it's just really cool to see the direction that this could go in. So exactly. I don't know why anybody's mad.
People want to build their own stories. People feel like, it's not been a balance between TNA and NXT, but it's like, I really don't think y'all see everything that's happening. The fact that we consistently talk about TNA from a week's time now. Mm-hmm. I remember we never discussed TNA. And now we're definitely mentioning TNA almost every week now. So whatever this partnership is supposed to be doing, it's doing it. And let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy it. Let's keep talking fantasy about it, but let's enjoy the ride, because we're not going to act like Trick didn't deserve it. We're not going to act like Joe Hendry wasn't a great champ. And we're not going to act like TNA has not gone way further than it has in the last maybe 5 or 6 years. Like the shit was about to close down. And now look, it's one of the hottest brands outside of WWE. So it's like, yo, man, let that shit cook and just stop
thriving. Like it was never diminishing. Thriving.
Yeah. But we're gonna keep it pushing in the trending news. We also, speaking of call-ups, if you saw Tuesday, we have a new NXT Women's Champion. Shout out to JC Jane. But the news around this is because apparently both Stephanie Vaquer and Jordynne Grace are getting the call. The call-up has been summoned. Vaquer is heading to Raw, and Jordynne Grace is heading to SmackDown. Now, thoughts on this?
Good, yeah.
I'm picturing that SmackDown roster with Jordynne Grace. She's a match with Bianca, even rekindling with Naomi with her new heel turn. Like that could be fun.
Jordynne Grace versus Nia Jax. I'm just
dude.
Oh my Lord.
And then we already saw Stephanie on Raw, and it was only a matter of time. They weren't going to be in NXT long. I heard what Will said on a recent show, like that all this felt like a side quest with the new toys. And that was the best way to put it. We went on this side quest with all these new toys, and now we're back in the original timeline. Loki's holding things together for us again, and now we're back where we need to be. Because that walkout with Stephanie, with her looking like seeing everybody in the back, or all the women who are going to go for that title after she left now, after she leaves, there's still a stacked roster back there, man. Now they can get back on track to build those superstars up to make that next jump. But Lord, I love Jordan Grace with anybody, Stephanie Vaquer with anybody. I mean,
I love when timelines change for the better.
That's a shot of adrenaline of both of those rosters.
Yes. I love when one person don't catch what someone else said, but I hear it. No, you didn't. Honey said something, but you didn't hear it. Just like in I think the last episode we did when Honey was talking, and I hit that Macho Man question, and Deonne just.
By the way, I did watch that back. I cried I was laughing my ass off watching that.
Yeah, because I saw you post it. I was like, damn, I should have told her don't post it yet, because that wasn't the full version. Yeah, because it only lets you send 90 seconds in the DMs and stuff, and it wasn't the full like exported version. But I was like, I get it. This shit is hilarious. It's
fucking funny.
And I don't stop laughing every time I see that. But shout out to these two women going in with everything. Boza saying I felt like they wanted to bypass Stephanie just to give fake TK the finger. She went through the PC to improve her English. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think it really got nothing to do with fake TK. I think
they don't even think about fake TK.
I don't know, man. This counter programming.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I'm not gonna say it's not about that, but in this,
man, Atlanta's gonna explode that weekend. Beyonce's coming too. Like
Philly as well. We're gonna get into that just a little bit. But I think
he's already out here in the tri-state raising hell.
Yeah. And Vaquer, for her, like, I think it was just she wants to be where she can make history. And unfortunately, AEW is not that yet. We've already talked about like how their women's division is. It's like, yo, this girl wants to be a part of the best competition there is. So it's like, yo, that's why you go to WWE. In NXT, like, let's talk about it. She's done everything. She didn't beat really everybody.
She's won all the titles, man. I mean, she's done it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
But again, okay, but to your point, Boza, like, again, yes, she had just fought 6 months ago, but again, she's not signed to anybody too. So who's to say their eyes weren't on her already?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then especially with this purchase of AAA, that's why I'm just like, yo, we can't equate every single move to go along with the AEW stuff. Like, I don't mind it because, you know, again, if you want to feed off of each other, that's fine. But I think, like, again, this just has to do with the fact that she's always wanted to be in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's like, let's be honest, man. If we were growing up and we wanted to be wrestlers, that was always going to be the dream too, right? Like, it just was. It was the be all end all. You had WCW, which was great. You could go to it. But everybody in WCW was like, my goal is to get to the show. The show is WWE. It's always been that, unfortunately. It's a big league. So any other company, I'm just saying, like, any other company, like, your next step or move is going to be them eventually.
My thing is, I don't want them to do what they've done to a lot of the NXT superstars on the roster, because she's definitely not that girl. What we're not going to do, we're going to give her the same energy that Julia was giving with Roxanne, with this whole ain't no we shit. Like, what's this we shit? Like, we're not going to put Stephanie Vaquer, clearly a single superstar, in a meaningless tag team the way we ruined Shayna Baszler and so on and so forth. We're not going to do that. I
don't think you can. I don't think you can.
There's no way they should. Because then there'll be no coming back from it.
Yeah, no, I don't think
leave her on the run that she is. Let her dominate. She's Lapidi Mera. She's number one, and she's been freaking killing it.
Yeah, she's definitely a solo star. They'll keep her solo. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll touch her because she's had her solo matches.
Because I hate when they do shit like that.
Nah, because this is one of those like you can put already like in a title picture and a title run. It's just where I'm more curious is as to where are they gonna put them? Like, are you gonna put them in the mid card run, or are you gonna put them in the women's world champion run? Because it's the same thing for Jordan. It's like, yo, Jordan can go challenge Tiffany, and we got ourselves a banger. Stephanie can challenge Io, and we got ourselves a banger.
Oof,
but it's just now,
yeah.
But now we also just looking at it as to, okay, now we're outside of a place where ego wasn't a factor. Like, you couldn't go in there having a big ego in NXT. Like, you had to be able to take what you get and work with what you got. So now it's like one of those, like, okay, does TKO still want to see Rhea being in the world picture, or do we now listen to the fans and be like, yo, now let's have Steph in there? Does Steph and Jordan, and because I said it, I was like, Steph and Jordan should be the ones that get that last spot in Money in the Bank. But we already know what the qualifier match is. So we already know those two slots about to get filled up. So maybe Stephanie goes in. But it's one of those, like, these people need to get a shine because because supposedly, like Bo's was saying, does a panel think that the draft is happening? And Fraxon, Julia, Roxy would have all been called up through the draft. I don't know. They said the draft is still supposed to be happening, which is why I could also see why if they say like, hey, you know, Raw selects Stephanie Vaquer as a number 1 draft pick to get picked, but you know, again, we haven't really seen no announcements, and you just got so much happening now with so many of these like stints in different places and PLEs coming that they might have just said screw the draft right now.
Transfer portal now, man. That's all it is. It's the transfer portal.
That's it, and I think that's fine. I think that is way better than a draft if you're not going to do it like the way Deonne had discussed them doing it with the hats, them sitting there and stuff like that. If it's not that, just leave it as a portal. Then so that way we get breaking news over social media. Like, yo, breaking news, Rhea Ripley uses the transfer portal to go to SmackDown.
Or you go back to like the days of like people demanding trades or something like that. Or the GMs cutting deals to be like, hey.
We don't see that no more. We don't see things like that. Like people walking into the office of Adam Pearce demanding that they want to go to Raw because they're sick of this or whatever.
Because how did Drew and McIntyre end up on SmackDown? Was there a trade involved there? Or just a portal? They're like, hey, you're portal now.
Yeah, it was the portal, and they went through.
I think you can have some real fun with it if this is the one part where you treat it like a sport. I think you can have some real fun with it every year if you don't lock rosters. Like rosters are completely open all the year. I can make trades up until Survivor Series.
I'll say that, but I will say I disagree with that part. I would like to see it like how they do the NBA. Like there's a certain time you can do it. To do the
true. So like say if you had it like the draft this summer, your break off would be like Survivor Series. That way you're gearing up for WrestleMania season with that locked roster.
That's way too long for me. I like it like
all this shit.
You got about 3 weeks. You got in March. NBA. You got 3 weeks for people to see if they want to move or some shit.
NBA trades from October to February. Will
of being able to switch.
Trade deadline don't end until February, like around the All-Star game.
Yeah, but wrestling's all year round, dog.
That's what I said. Like
that's a long time to keep that portal open. That's what I'm saying.
That's
a long time. If that be the case, then you just might as well get rid of it.
Survivor Series, November, December, January, February,
or do it every
March,
4
April. That's every 6 months to Mania. So that's half a year.
That's a lot. You know how much?
That is a long time, isn't it?
That's a long time. I would say like at least a month. I would give like a month, maybe. Man. Like the month of February, you got a chance to go ahead and exchange. Maybe even March because they don't really do anything in March. So that could be a good case to go somewhere, and then another one like in maybe October.
Yeah, but you gotta lock them in after. Do you do it after Mania? I think you do it after Mania every year.
I think one after Mania would be great. I think one just because it's a reset. I think that season. Yeah, and I think maybe one in new season, and then like you said, one after Survivor Series, because that's when the Royal Rumble come up. So that's when we on our road to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get a little chance, maybe do something different.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So
we just missed the draft, everybody.
Yeah, we just fixed the draft. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Hunter.
Let's keep it moving in the trending news, because we were talking about the fake TK and them staying on their heels, which again could actually have some merit, because we just found out that we do know that AEW was going to be doing a stint in Philadelphia at the 2300 arena. And now we've learned that NXT is interested in returning as well, prior to the week before that AEW starts.
This is Shawn Michaels, man.
Triple H and Shawn, man.
The degenerates, man.
This is Generation X at its pettiest and finest. It's like anything you can try to do, TK, fake TK, because we all got our own TK. She's the real TK. You're the fake TK. Fake TK. Listen, anything you can do, D-Generation X can do 10 times better.
My whole image is seeing like Shawn Michaels, like that clip of him just walking down the ramp, just going like that in the black black leather.
Yep. Or I could just see him walking through like when he walked through and when he went to Canada and he's just doing the walk through the curtain.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels in Canada is gold.
Yeah,
gold.
But this
was like some Jim Morrison level of I don't give a shit.
But this is beyond petty, though. Like, the residency for AEW begins August 27th, and they want to do it August 19th, 8 days before AEW starts their residency.
Like a week before, like
8 fucking days.
Not even, literally a week. Go off, Sean. Because I'm always here for petty Sean. I don't care.
Well, think about the point in time he came up in wrestling, and when he was the guy. Yeah. Like, this is all like part of what he. Come on, man.
We don't know the meaning of the word controversial. Please.
It leaves me speechless at times, but I'm like, this counter programming. Or this, like, hey, I'm gonna be here first. You can clean up when we leave.
Okay, hysterical.
We're like, here, take my sloppy seconds. We already sold out.
Hold my beers.
And that's the thing. They'll sell it out. Obviously, NXT will, but that's gonna be a tough look if AEW comes to town like a week later.
8 days, bro. 8 days, and they start.
Really gonna be tired.
That's wild.
That's very wild. So, again, the war / not war between WWE and AEW continues with their pettiness. So we'll just see what else is connecting the dots.
That's what we're calling them, Councilman. The petty wars.
The petty wars. Yeah, we are
petty night wars. The petty night
wars. That is exactly what it is. Phrase that, man. Dylan, if you're watching this clip, that we are in the petty night wars era. And I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
We support the antics.
We do. And I think the coolest thing about it is that, like, it just makes you glad to be a wrestling fan. Like, you're getting a whole bunch of wrestling content that you wouldn't have normally got anyway. And now we're just getting even more of it. So it's just like, it gives you a chance too, I think, to strengthen people to want to go watch AEW to see the difference in product.
Right.
So it just, again, I think it just, it's a win-win for a wrestling fan. That's just my opinion.
Definitely is.
For sure.
But yeah, so we also got some more news. We're kind of going back to the WWE releases. And of course, Elektra Lopez was one of the people who were released in, that kind of big sweep and everything. And so she also has a match coming up, I believe, with dang, why that lady escaped my name? It's a lady. She in AEW starts with a D. Purrazzo?
Deonna Purrazzo.
Mm-hmm.
Deonna Purrazzo. Yeah, she's got a match with her at Hog of Glory. And she was recently on an interview and had mentioned that she thought it was unfair of her release because she was never really given a fair opportunity to showcase who she was or what she could do.
Oh, she wasn't.
And out of a majority of these people, I will say this is one of those where I was just like, we talk about dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
This was definitely a ball drop because I kept wondering, why is this girl not in the ring?
And why did she get called up with Legado del Fantasma in the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
Why was she not a star on her own? Why was she not, going for single stardom, going toe to toe with girls like Rhea, Bianca, Liv, Io, like all of the ones that we see now? Like,
yeah. She has a very valid case on her hands. You know what I'm saying? Nothing legal or anything like that, but she has a very valid point. I'll say better. And I don't think she was utilized right. I remember when she did start doing wrestling matches, and I was like, okay, she still needs some polishing in the ring, but it wasn't like Shotzi level or nothing like that. It was like, yo, yeah, she got something here. If y'all keep putting her,
she was a powerhouse for sure.
Yeah, I was like, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, then it was like, no, we're gonna make her a manager. Then we're gonna move her with the Legado del Fantasma. Then we're gonna stop that, move all them up, keep her here, and keep her off TV. Then move her up. It was just like, it was one of those things, like even too in that shift of like with Indy Hartwell. Like, okay, you made her NXT champ, but she got hurt. And then when she was better, you moved her up to the main roster. And it was just like, okay, but Indy still got a good run here. So like, what are we doing?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So but I love to know y'all thoughts. Like, do y'all think she got, y'all said that she didn't get a fair shake, but should WWE reconsider her? Like, I feel like Dakota Kai as well. Should she be one of those top ones they consider bringing back?
I would, if I was them.
But didn't get to see her do much,
Yeah.
on her own. So
that's one thing that I feel like, because I get it. I understand the business is a machine. Like there's always new ones being made in the factory. There's always new ones coming up. There's always a bigger, better dog than you. There's always somebody else that they can find. But however, I believe that everybody on the roster, especially those who didn't really get a fair chance, should at least get a couple of fair chances before they actually decide to make those kinds of cuts.
Yeah.
On those superstars in particular. Because a lot of those superstars on that list, we weren't really seeing them that often in the first place. But unlike Dakota Kai's name, who was a surprise, but I mean, it's just like, I think everybody deserves at least their fair share for a couple of chances just to see how they do, or if they could go toe to toe, or if there's something that they could do with them, and just, we could get them away from TV a bit, put them in the performance center, have them, refresh, rebrand, regroup, or whatever, replenish their work ethic in the ring and their ability and stuff. Because I know she's got it. She has that kind of presence. She has that Raquel Rodriguez presence.
It was there.
Big mommy right here, like
it was there.
Madrina, like she was calling herself Madrina, like, like it's like, girl, yes, you are a mother. Like,
she was good on the mic,
and she had a great attitude. She obviously has a look. She, like, what's more to not give a chance for? You know what I mean? You rather give someone who has it all. You rather not give them a chance, but you give somebody like Lyra Valkyria the IC title, she can't sell for shit.
Okay, so honey, you really made me think about this for a second, of like giving them an opportunity to show what they have before release. Because obviously this release just doesn't, like, it's not like they look at a watch, like, we're gonna do it next Tuesday.
Right.
Today.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's a build up to it. So there might be an opportunity to get them back on TV to sort of like a test, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm.
One that they probably wouldn't even know that they were being tested or graded on, but not being on TV so much and then being thrown on, they might pick up something. I would love to know how that releasing process works, because it's not an easy decision. I'm sure of it.
No, I'm sure it's not.
But it's like, if you haven't given that person anything to do, how can you clear? What weren't they doing to? What did they do to like warrant a release? You know what I mean?
Well,
what are the criterias that meet? Like, what are the things that you're checking off on that list that are saying, all right, this person is, or they might not even be it. Like you said.
Well, I think also
could be a contract too. Could be money.
Yeah, it has a lot of variables that has to do with that. Like even the something Boza said, like this could be a possible thing of like, Dakota being injury prone and stuff like that. But also too, it's also, again, it could be contracts and stints of like how much they're paying them. And if that is being given back with the performances that they're given, or if they're even being put on there. But the only problem with this is like her, just like like many other NXT superstars, they get put up into the main roster, and the main roster is always consistently shifted in storylines that they get swept under the rug, and then they get swept under the rug for too long that they now just been kind of sitting there. And then when you start looking, it's like, okay, we got to declutter a little bit. It's like, okay, oh, well, let's get rid of this person. Let's get rid of this person. But it's like, but I was sitting here waiting on my shot because y'all told me be here. I did what I was supposed to do. Because even look at like Legado del Fantasma, like you had a great faction in them and you did nothing with them. Same thing with the LWO. Like you had great factions here that y'all just let crumble and die because you didn't give them a proper story. But we've been seeing that with so many of these things lately that unfortunately, when they don't give big superstar status the way that they want them to, 1 year become 2 years, 2 years becomes 5 years. And then it's like, okay, well then what are we paying you for?
Right.
Because we're not going to pay you to keep going on main event.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do got another question. Speaking of people that were released, a question was brought to me and I would love y'all opinion. So we brought up, we have a new NXT Women's Champion in JC Jane.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Also, big congratulations to her. Very well deserving. My question, though, is that people were asking, shouldn't that have been Cora Jade to do that if that was going to be the idea?
When that idea come across the table, man, I don't know.
So and that was a big debate I had with some of my friends from the IWC.
That question made me upset just now.
Should Cora Jade have been the one to take it off of Stephanie?
It would have been a stamp for her and a leg up for her in NXT moving forward. But we saw that roster of women that Stephanie walked through. And some that weren't even there, we know who were there, who's on that roster. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It could have been, but
Boza, actually, Zelina did not want to be on the same show program her husband was.
But Zelina and Alistair, I keep telling people this a lot, and they have both said this very vocally in interviews. Like they keep work separate from you know what I mean? Like he has his craft, she got her craft. They're husband and wife, they work together and stuff. But when it on the brands and stuff, that like that's why you'll never see him with a valet as her. Like that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, like they actually want to be on separate brands. Like they were under the impression that he might have went to Raw instead, which is why she went to SmackDown. But instead they put him on SmackDown.
I'm more than happy to have him on the same brand.
Well, to that point, Boza, is they did that probably as well. One, he was needed on SmackDown, but then also two, traveling purposes. So like they may travel as a couple, kind of like how Cross and Scarlett does. So it's just cheaper, fair to get them there rather than having to like book them separately.
Cheaper and safer. What's cheaper than yourself?
Exactly. So it may be those type of things, but them two alone were saying like they don't want to cross paths as far as work goes. But yeah, I said and watched it. And to Boza's point again about JC getting the stamp 5 years in the PC. Again, I think because we've seen so many people jump it early, we start seeing it like, yo, why are you still here after 5 years? And it's like, yo, some of these people still need work.
Look,
not everybody becomes a superstar so quickly. That's why you hear folks talk about like, yo, he's picked up the business so quickly. Or, there's a star in this person. Not everybody gets it just yet.
Can't be Kurt Angle.
Not
everybody's Kurt Angle.
And you got to remember too, like in them 5 years, she had to be a part of the 2.0 era. So you're here with Mandy Rose. Hey, we remember what happened with Mandy Rose. Then the toxic attraction thing with the Gigi stuff. Then that happened. Then it was like, okay, she in this limbo. Then you made Fatal Influence. So it's like, yo,
before Fatal Influence, she was technically a ringleader with her and somebody else, and they were trying to get Thea Hale on their side. So they were around being bullies and mean girls. Mm-hmm. And then they created, toxic attraction, which we kind of didn't really know where that was going in the first place anyway. Like,
not at all.
They're like, we can't say toxic attraction and Fatal Influence are the same thing. Clearly.
No, they're not. But to answer your question, I would not to know, she has been a women's NXT tag team champion. This is her first singles title that she's won.
Her first singles title. Yep.
Bring those belts back too.
Yeah, but I agree though when I say I think it should have been Cora, and I think it's so messed up that she got fired only 3 weeks before this happened. Like, I think JC could have still waited just a little bit and would have been okay, but this was something Cora needed, and it could have still resetted the universe the way it needed to. And I'm just like, yo, I kind of really feel bad for her, because it's like, if this what y'all was gonna pull, like, Cora would have been great for it. Like, don't get me wrong, JC is great as well, to now reset the timeline to where we can see like some of these other ones that are there, like a Lola Vice, a Jada Parker, a Lash Legend, like, can get this NXT women's title. But I just like, damn.
And with Cora, I feel like you could get some really good solid, like a really good solid run from her, and like also really good rivalries as well, because there would be so much that she could work with all the different kinds of women on the roster, and the abilities that they have.
But does work with
I would have very much have loved to have seen Cora Jade touch an NXT Women's Championship. So I am very disappointed in that, and shout outs to whoever asked that question. That was a very hard question to deal with.
But now you got like the heel group with the main title. It can be some fun creative storytelling with that. How she always is bloodline type, right? Like how she always wins with the help of the faction.
Oh yeah, well, her and Miss Fallon Henley, they've already been
beef. Yeah,
they've already been going back and forth with their mean girl shit, and now it's gonna get the better of them. And
so you didn't have that internal battle. Like it sets up pretty well for the future, though.
Did they bring Jasmine Nix back? Was she not on the list of releases?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
I think they took her off of TV for a second because of the thing with her boyfriend, though. I think
yeah.
Just remember the story I told you. I don't say it live, but like remember the story I told you.
Yeah.
She back.
I remember that. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so but we're gonna keep it pushing as well, and talk about this guy.
Can we not?
Now we're talking wrestling.
If you want to talk about
come
Ziggler,
on,
then
come on.
So, first off, he said that he was really just discussing about his retirement match, and that he wanted to he had an idea about what he wanted to do for his last match as far as the entrance. He said that when he comes out, he wants to come out with his son. He wants his son to lead him out, kind of like how they did with the cops and stuff like that. He wants it to be his kid that leads him out. And
as long as it's just him and the pyro, I'm cool. Okay.
Pyro will still be there.
Did we not get a Goldberg retirement match already?
Hold on, honey. Let me
mute honey's mic.
We have not. He still wants to do a final retirement match. The head scratcher for me though was that he also added in this interview that he wanted his last match to take place in Israel, but due to the conflict in the region, that's certainly ruled out. Deonne, as a Goldberg fan, why Israel as your last match?
His Jewish religion and background.
Okay,
that would be the reason why.
So now it's making sense, because I was like, Because at first I kind of, again, my geography ain't great. I thought he wanted to go back over there to kind of redo that match he had with Taker just to kind of give him a better show. But I was like, that's Saudi. That's nowhere near Israel.
He can never undo that or redo that.
No, okay. All right. We're talking about this Taker match. Y'all gotta lay off Goldberg.
And if we saying anything, Shawn Michaels also had that bullshit match at Crown Jewel. So
and on top of that, Taker wasn't Taker no more either. Taker was done after after the end of an era match.
We all know whose fault this was.
Come on, man. Taker being the ring general.
No, I gotta be fair. I gotta be fair on that one. That really wasn't all they fault. Okay, if we
none of them wanted to do that.
Yeah, and the thing was that like, where they were, there's a reason why a lot of that happened. One, it shouldn't have happened in Saudi Arabia. One, it was already hot in Saudi. In the ring, it was even hotter. So it was like, I think either 104 or 116 degrees in the ring itself.
Because of that and the lights itself.
Yeah. So it's like these niggas are in a sauna. They're in a sauna wrestling. And these are two older cats. This is why they were passing out. This is why he couldn't get him up for a jackhammer. It was like, this didn't need to happen there with the conditions that it was in. But because they had already been promoting it, it was like, we can't cancel this.
Taker's face of him now. Come on, man. You better than that. All these things went on, but come on, man.
But do you think his last match happens in Atlanta as Saturday Night Main Event? Is that what we're leading to, or does he end it at SummerSlam?
Well, he did say he wanted to be in the South because the whole WCW roots and everything. Atlanta's here. That's the one show we know for sure that's in Atlanta this year. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a bigger show or maybe a Raw. He won't do it there. He won't do it on SmackDown. So this is it.
And that's the one place he ain't done it. Is a Saturday Night Main Event on NBC?
On NBC here at State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, across the street where they tore down the Georgia Dome and he won his first championship years ago. It's a perfect place to end it. And I think he still stays here in Georgia too. So it's like, this is the perfect place for him to do it. And we got that July 12th. I'm trying to get my tickets now to that. I'm gonna be up in there, man. I'm gonna be up in there. I might go get me a Goldberg tattoo, man. I might just go all out. Did you see his son just got one? His son just got the same tattoo as well. So they got matching tattoos, man. It's kind of dope. Me and Xander are gonna get matching tattoos. Goldberg tattoos on our.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, it's great. Okay. Not many people get that chance to do a farewell tour. No, honey, give me a second. Sports athletes, sometimes they don't get it. Kobe was happy. It was lucky for Kobe to get his. Shaq didn't get his though. Like, it's rare that you see somebody get that farewell tour. Cena's getting his in wrestling, unheard of. Goldberg is still a guy who can again, 4-minute match, man. That's all we ask. That's all I'm asking for. The entrance gonna be longer than the match. All I want is that, and he's done here in Atlanta, where it started, playing for the Falcons. Perfect ending for him. And he'll take the pin, unlike somebody that he kicked in the face. Anyway.
Honey, you may now proceed to crash out.
Where is it? I have something here. At least I thought I had it. I have something here. Oh, where are you? Nope, that's not you.
Time's ticking, honey.
I know.
Got it. There it is. Got it. Yes. I don't want to see another retirement match from Goldberg.
It wasn't another retirement match. This is it. You know what's the cool thing is, honey?
No,
you don't have to watch it.
No. No, but I'm going to be forced to because
I
am a co-host that views the product as so, whether I love it or hate it, or don't agree with it. Why are we doing this to this poor man? Why are we doing this?
He wants to do it, and his son is probably going to walk in his footsteps and join NXT over the PC when he's done with college in Colorado. So, come on, man.
For what?
Goldberg has been an anomaly in wrestling forever.
For what?
You saying he doesn't deserve
change another timeline of yours? Is this going to help anything?
He's going to lose this. He loses his last match.
You damn right he loses his last match.
He's gonna.
Wait. Hold on now. Does he though?
The right way to go out would be.
Who are we putting him against?
I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly,
Gunther could take that L.
I don't care who they put him against, honestly.
If Gunther could take it out from Sammy, of course he could take it out from Goldberg.
And they got beef from last October when Gunther was saying like Bret Hart was his favorite wrestler.
Oh, that's beef.
And I was
Goldberg's mad about something Goldberg's
mad
about something that Gunther said months ago, and that's gonna be the storyline he comes back to.
This is where that picture was. This was in Atlanta.
It's like what MG. It's
right
like
up
what
there. That's where I was.
It's like what MG. Listen, it's like what MGK said about Eminem. It took you 10 years and a surprise album just to come up with a diss. Like how long has it been since that segment? Why didn't they act on it in the Saturday Night Main Event that just passed or just recently happened?
It's not in Atlanta.
It was not in Atlanta, honey.
It's not in Atlanta. Boy, can you imagine the merch, man?
You can't tell me that's not gonna sell for Saturday Night Main Event. Like what he just said, 4-minute match. Like this is the best PLE to do that at, rather than wasting a spot at SummerSlam. But I'm not really calling it a waste, but just because we know how quickly
your boy is gonna be giving Cody Rhodes when he's on his 90th WrestleMania.
Jesse, no, he's not. After Johnny Laurinaitis dropped them files off. That's not happening.
And Bo's saying it's not in Atlanta. It's Atlanta takeover weekend. We got NXT at center stage.
What you talking about?
We got Evolution and Saturday Night Main Event and Beyonce.
Don't y'all got Great American Bash too?
Yeah, that's the NXT show at center stage.
Yeah.
Boza
and Beyonce. That whole Atlanta's gonna destroy itself.
Man. I'm ready. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready for one more intro.
One more music, one more chant.
If I can get one more good spear and a jackhammer, and we call it
one where he doesn't knock himself out before the match starts.
It was 104 degrees, honey.
And the man been doing
that. Have to do with his speed hitting the pole.
And the man been doing.
What does the temperature have to do with his speed running into a pole head first?
It's hot.
Okay.
It's hot.
So how does the heat affect his speed as he's running though? Like
one match, man. One match that you're hanging your hat on from him.
Somebody in this chat help me out, man.
One match you're hanging your head on.
Because listen, you're
hanging your hat on.
She keep bringing.
Nobody's screaming one more match for this man.
Shoot, you should have heard that arena that night. You should have heard that arena at State Farm. You know why? Because I was up there, right there. One more match.
And then she keep bringing this up and want to make fun of him. Let's not talk about Bret Hart last match and that tag team match, that bullshit sharpshooter he put in, where we knew it was like, sir.
And then didn't they give him the United States title? Here you go, old man.
Keyword gave.
There you go, Bret. Hope we make up for screwing you.
Come on, man. He had John Cena in his corner going up against Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez.
Wasn't he wearing jorts?
Yes, he was wearing jorts.
With
Bret Hart had terrible style, man.
Tennis shoes. Didn't even go back into the pink and black and white.
And a hockey shirt.
Hockey shirt. That was your guy's last match.
And this is going to do numbers because he's coming to Atlanta, coming home. A whole lot of older people, WCW people. Man, Goldberg's last match.
I just need one more. Just one more. And again, I say, one more. If he come back again, I'm about to go. I'm sitting in the car with him.
Come out, do his intro, and leave. Let his son fight.
Nah. Well, his son will be here. It'll be a second coming in a second.
Give me Brock Lesnar versus
Goldberg. If this was
series,
if this was Jacob and Goldberg, I would not.
Why would you say?
Why would you do that?
I feel like it would be better.
Wait, what? Man, we moving on because honey stuff is kicking in. Girl, like now we talk about the opponent ain't good enough. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Gunther, listen, y'all talked all that smack about Gunther losing to Sammy. You're gonna have him lose to Goldberg too now?
Might as well.
Hey man, listen, you losing to Goldberg and losing to Sammy are two way different things. And
a guy whose last match.
Don't you act like it's not, okay? Don't you do that. That's like saying who better? He lost to Sammy, now you gotta lose to Shawn Michaels. It's Shawn fucking Michaels, yes. Got shit, they ain't the same ballpark at all.
You're right.
He's a world champion.
You're right. I was just seeing how long my Shawn Michaels pettiness could go. That's all.
And just because of that, we've now found out SmackDown is remaining 3 hours from now on moving forward.
See,
so that's yeah. See, this is karma for you. Now you got to do your fucking watch along for 3 fucking hours now.
God don't like ugly, man.
That's fine. longest running show on WWT, baby.
There you go. Well, no, because you got. Oh no, actually, that's kind of true. Because Raw be ending at 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, dude, SmackDown go all the way to like 11:05.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raw don't even have a real time. They're like, look, we'll give you 2 hours, but
we might do it a half. We might go the whole 3 if we add some more people there. But you know what? Nah, 2.5 tonight.
I might do a random run in on Fridays, just out of nowhere. Just hop in the.
Just hop in and play some shit and do. We might have to start doing that just so we get people ready for the Kayfabe podcast.
That would be funny though.
This is the pre-show to the Kayfabe.
Cut a promo on the person doing the watch along, talk shit, and leave.
Yep.
Prepare for the match at Kayfabe podcast.
I just came to see this person. I'm out. But speaking of the 3-hour programming, we found out 2 qualified matches. Andrade, Jacob, Hayes.
So we basically got the best out of 7 added with Jacob.
Thoughts on who's winning? And my money is on Mello.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I don't see Jacob in this. I'm going Mello.
Yes, Courtney.
Ooh,
Courtney breaking records out here. AEW Dynamite will be 4 hours next Wednesday.
Why is Dynamite 4 hours next week?
Well, they got about 1,000 people on the roster. They can do it.
Sure.
Damn,
have you gone down their roster list on their website? I did it for fun the other night.
No, I don't like their website. They should.
Who are you paying? I don't know half of these people. I haven't seen them.
There's no way y'all paying all them people. There's no way. Like, it gotta be like a per time you on there. There's no way all of these people got a
dude, they're on the roster. I feel like if you're on the roster, you're under contract.
Nah, bro. I feel like you just signed and you still gonna do other shit. They're like, look, we gonna pay you when you come wrestle. There's no way he's paying all of them.
Oof. I won't put it past him, man.
But who y'all got in this qualifying match?
I took Mello. He makes more sense out of this. Some shenanigans are going to cost Jacob somehow. I'm not sure, though. I don't know. I just don't see him in this. I don't see him in the Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Nah. I see like LA Knight come and mess with him or some shit like that again.
Well, LA Knight's in it, right? He's in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but he still got that beef going with him with the U.S. title and stuff like that. So I can still see that. Or Jimmy. I can see Jimmy screwing him.
Or you can continue the storyline with LA Knight and him and Money in the Bank too.
Yeah, because like Jeff Cobb can come out to try to assist, and then here comes like Jimmy and LA Knight to like, and that's the distraction for Jacob. And then now it's left to Melo and Andrade.
Yeah, give me Melo, man. You need a guy like that in that match.
Yeah. Honey, your thoughts?
I really badly want to say Melo, but I'm worried. I'm really worried about Andrade going forward. Like, what are we doing with Andrade? You know, what are we building? What are we building towards with him ever since bringing him back? Because I feel like we were gonna go somewhere, and now we're just going back down with it. So I'm really worried. I will say that is a concern.
You did divorce the queen. You did divorce the queen.
That you can't pull that into it though, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's personal though. I mean, well,
pull that in there.
Can we not?
It
depends on what was going on. It depends on what was going on behind closed doors, and that's something that's grown folk business. I don't want to get into that, but
okay.
I will say Melo. I will say Melo. I'm just worried about Andrade.
Andrade ain't never been it without Zelina. I'm just letting y'all know that. Andrade just ain't it, bro. I'm sorry, like he's great in the ring. I even think he'd be great in Money in the Bank just because of his moveset. After that, bro, ever since you not tranquilo, it's like, yo, you lost your biggest asset.
Yeah, man.
And he didn't recover since. Like, bro, you either better learn English so you can talk crap or something. Because like the move set is great, but like the whole coming out with the mask and stuff, like it's just.
Remember when he first showed up on NXT by himself? He was wearing like that fedora hat too and all that stuff too.
Yep. And it didn't work.
Didn't work. It was like,
yep.
And then put him with Zelina, I was like, okay,
we got something. We cooking with peanut oil now.
This works.
And it worked when he had that feud with Alistair, and she was the mouthpiece in between that. And
maybe they're just good. Yeah, maybe they're just people that need managers really or somebody. You know what I mean?
Like,
what's that? But that was the thing. Like,
be an act together.
Yeah, but it was like unless you find another one like that, because it was like Zelina is what sold it. That's really what it was. Zelina was the great mouthpiece to talk for him, to where he didn't have to do anything but go out and wrestle.
Right.
And then with like the small little bits they would do, like the tranquilo spot and stuff like that, like that's what helped us get him over. Like she's like Prince Nana to Swerve, but Swerve can talk. Like Swerve don't need Nana, but Nana gives so much more to it that that's why it gets Swerve over even more. Andrade need a dope mouthpiece that matches his in-ring ability. But if he doesn't have that, it just doesn't work. And I don't know nobody right now on the roster that could be that for him outside of Zelina. But I don't want to see that for Zelina because I want to see her keep having her singles run. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what quality who will move on to the Money in the Bank. But the big one, I really wish this was main event. Naomi, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax qualifying match for Money in the Bank.
My heart is always with Nia Jax. It's always with her. But this could start that crazy unhinged reign of Naomi. Her with that briefcase at a moment's notice to win a championship. I like it, man. I like it.
Do the right thing.
I like it. I'm picking Naomi.
All right, honey. Do the right thing.
I urge all of these other women in this Money in the Bank match to proceed with caution. Naomi, it is.
I love Nia Jax in these type of matches, though, man. You need a powerhouse like that. Somebody who,
of course,
her size, her move set.
Yeah, but that's I was just gonna say that's what Ripley's there for.
That's what Ripley's for.
Imagine Nia coming off that ladder with a leg drop, man. Like
with her move,
or yeah.
I want to know who take that.
Boy, we talk about a lot about Lyra, but she took that one like a champ. at Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, she did, because she definitely collapsed on Lyra. And I was like, ooh, shit.
Like, that hurt me when I saw it.
That earned my respect of Lyra, man. That's why I can't boo her, man. I might not like her gimmick, but I can't boo her, man. She took like a champ.
I heard her chest crack a little bit when that hit. I was like, ooh, something popped.
I know this might bring us a little off the rails, but can I just say something in regards to Lyra Valkyria?
Is it talking shit again?
It's not talking shit necessarily, but I'm just really upset about something she said. Like, why would you say? I wrote it to somebody in the chat. I was like, I literally wrote her quote. She's like a rat with a piece of cheese, and I just couldn't let her do it. I literally repeated what she said to the TV when she was talking in regards to Becky during her promo this past Monday. And I literally repeated the line she said, and I'm like, no.
But all things considered,
what you mad with?
But all things considered, she's working with one of the best women in wrestling. Like,
and what you mad about for that?
I'm not even mad about that. I'm just like, what? That line was just so cringy. It was just something that didn't stick and didn't make sense at all.
Suffering succotash.
I know
that. I never said I condone suffering succotash. I didn't like that shit either. I hated that. It's a memory that we'll never get. It was something that I can never take back from my tribal chiefs history, unfortunately.
There's been a lot of cringy promos,
and all.
Play Val Venus in 2025.
Boy, he is an HR case waiting to happen. Waiting to happen. You know what, though? He'd be incredible at AEW right now. He would be what man in AEW right now. If you know what?
Hello, ladies.
That's what we're gonna do an episode of. We're gonna do the Attitude Era. If they were here today, where would they work? We're gonna do.
You know what? Because
they wouldn't work anywhere.
There are some questionable acts back then, man. Y'all don't know. Like, even the worst ones y'all don't even know about, man.
Would not make it right now.
We should definitely do that.
Goldust would not make it today. And I'm talking about like 2000 Goldust.
We're talking about when he had Tourette's.
Before that,
no, we're talking about Goldust when he was being valeted by Luna Vachon.
Oh, that's like 96. Yeah.
Wigs and
yes, I know how far I can go back.
96, 97, yeah.
Yeah, with the white Cadillac.
That was some heavy shit.
Cadillac and the gold Cadillac.
Some heavy shit going on back then.
I mean, that's on the lips, man.
Yes, bro. Like that. We gonna do that. Yeah, 97 Goldust, Mike. But I agree with y'all, man. I want to see the black Money in the Bank briefcase with the caution tape on over it. Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Put Naomi and Money in the Bank, because this is one of those where, for myself, and this is not too much disrespect to Rhea, but outside of Rhea, I do not care who wins this, because each and every single one of them ladies deserve it. Whether we get Bliss in the bank, whether we get Perez in the bank, whether we get the beautiful Madness in the bank, and whoever's finna come through here, like, I am just excited to see who's gonna take that briefcase down. But if it is Rhea Ripley, I swear to God, y'all gonna hear me say some very disrespectful shit.
I don't think they would. I think it's more of a name and star power deal.
Deonne, I want you to close your eyes for a second. Just humor me. I want you to close your eyes for a second. We in Los Angeles. We done had about several spots of dope stuff happen. Now I want you to picture that ladder in the middle, Rhea Ripley grabbing it, the excitement on her face, and how that crowd is gonna pop. Do you not see that being how they gonna portray that as the ending for that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Who's
There's so many other, I don't know, man. There's
so many other
women in this match that make a better case for it, though, man.
Who
better that they have a better shot than Rhea Ripley? Not saying that they are better, but saying that they have a better, more of a reason to want to win.
Well, I saw a comment that said, "What?" And I like Rhea. Rhea's great. There was a comment that said, "How can she be in the Money in the Bank when she just asks for title matches and she gets them?"
That's what I've been saying, bro. That's what I've been saying.
You literally walked in and inserted yourself, wrote your name on a contract, and said, "Okay, I'm in the match now." What's stopping you from doing the same shit if you could do it for Mania?
The same thing with Seth Rollins. I'm like, yo, y'all know y'all got the juice. If y'all want a match, just say it. Like, why do you need to be in this? Like, why?
I get Cody wrestling for 90 more WrestleManias.
But I low-key want Seth to win it. I do. I really do. Can we get the gimmick swap, man? We've been on.
Yo, we were on trending news an hour and a half and shooting the shit.
Well, yeah, because we spent 30 minutes shooting the shit.
Yeah, we spent 30 minutes.
I'm sorry. I guess we're making up for lost time, y'all. We haven't
seen y'all in a while.
Yeah,
and they love it. It's just really y'all because we know it's kind of getting late over there, but they love it. They love this long form content.
Yeah.
But we also, I want to talk about this. Mark Henry came out and he said some wild shit about the Wyatt Six.
Wait, what? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, Mark Henry has some things to say.
Do I need my shades?
In a nutshell, he said, y'all need to let them that group cook. And he was saying, I don't mean in the just the matches and like tag teams and stuff like that. He wants them to go back to like what Bray was doing, like the cinematic stuff. Like he said, he was like, yo, it is very rare when you get a chance to have some groups like this with those kind of mythical aspects where the crowd is behind them. And he was like, the one thing he really wants to see with them, because like Mark Henry said, he's all in with them. And he doesn't want them to become a forgettable faction. He said, like, we have some that have stood the test of time, Nation of Domination, Degeneration. He said, but there's a lot of factions people don't remember. And so he wants them to be able to have full reign to do what they want to do, not just backstage segments, not just appearing in the ring, like, yo, like, give us the Hardy compound type stuff. Like, take everything Matt Hardy did in TNA and bring it over here for the Wyatts. He wants to see them fully go all in on them and let them run reign from in all of the creative aspects.
Go full Wyatt family mode.
Full Wyatt family mode.
I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to think, like, would I want to see like this group in the ring lights up wrestling? It can work, obviously, and they'll do it more than likely. But I never thought of like having all of their matches be special. You know, if you do the compound stuff with them, you can get into the mythic sort of stuff with them. But we'll be watching it on TV, and if you're in the arena, you're watching it on the screen. So you need something visual, like in ring too.
Well, not necessarily, because we saw Bray starting to do it. Like we saw, like towards the end, like
with him and Randy too, yeah,
with him and Randy. Even the last match he had with LA Knight, the Mountain Dew one, where like
you glow, yeah.
But you saw that the way the lights would be different when they wrestle. Like
it's got to be that way.
It became special when they were there. Like the presence was shown. So it's like even like to that aspect. But again, like if you're getting into these stories, like give them to where like, yo, we're resurrecting the Funhouse and we're having a Funhouse match. Like, give us that to where they're like, yo, they're back in the swamps and there's a ring in the swamp. Like, how dope would that be for it to be in the middle of a swamp and water is around the whole thing? And they're wrestling.
Like 2K24?
Yeah. Like, but go
fight in the parking lot and there's a bunch of cars around you with the flashlights on and people.
Like let them go. Like, let it be where for the entrance to the swamp ring, it's these lanterns that make the ramp.
That's exactly that's what they need, I feel like. And this is the only group or people that can
pull that off. Yeah.
Pull it off. Yeah. Because I don't know if I don't want to see them in a ring with the lights up. I want to see them like this. This is how I want to see them. They're a horror movie.
Yeah.
I want to watch it like a horror movie.
They're literally an entity, like something bigger than the wrestling itself. It's the story of the Wyatt Six that they're telling you.
Yeah.
I would just have to agree. I mean, I know that, they got to us last year, with all the QR codes, and me and Councilman were obsessive for weeks on end about every QR code that popped up during our watch alongs. Like, wait, gotta catch it, snippet, screenshot, just catching up on things until their debut, up until now, and everything like that. And it's like, now I see the long-term goal of the Wyatt Six is to literally do everything intentionally the same way as Bray did, because that's the only way it's gonna work. Yeah. It can't be practical. It can't be just simply black and white. It can't just be a story that's just thrown together. It has to be intentional, and it has to be from the root of it, like be from Bo himself, because he has Wyndham's blood. He's literally his blood brother, has the spirit of Wyndham. He has it all. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just happy they're back. I'm happy they're back. I'm glad they're still around and stuff like that. You just gotta, like Mark said, let them cook.
Yeah, and I'll say the quote that he did. He said, "When you have to, we have something that's of an alternative, futuristic, spiritual realm, something that's completely different, then you gotta allow it to be different. You can't just do matches. You can't just have backstage promos with them talking. Man, this is a time to do cinematic stuff. Man, they could do so much. I see a vision for it, but it ain't about what I see. It's about what they see," Henry explained. But he said that he definitely wants to see them succeed. And we don't want it to be another unsuccessful faction, because you look at the history of wrestling, for all the successful factions, Horseman, Nation, DX, then you have these factions that just fell on deaf ears. Henry said, "I want them to be listed as one of the factions that we all remember."
Absolutely.
And they have that. They have it to be able to do that. So glad to see them back. Cannot wait to see more of it. And so, yeah, we're going to keep it going. But now that's it for trending news. The rest is about to get very interesting.
My goodness.
Only we had a commercial, but we don't.
It's about to be the quickest segments ever.
There ain't nothing quick about anything we do.
Yeah, probably not. Most likely not.
Yeah, but we're gonna take a quick commercial break real quick.
You wretched little bitch.
We are now back with the Kayfabe Podcast.
Best commercial ever.
Best commercial ever.
If that literally dead showed up in my TV screen while I was watching wrestling, I would crack up. I'd be like, oh shit.
I would lose my shit. Oh my. But we're about to get into our gimmick swap segment. In case you are new here, gimmick swap is where we take two wrestlers and we swap their gimmicks and see would it have worked during their time during wrestling. And so this week we had Deonne do the homework for gimmick swap, and he picked two wrestlers today. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Deonne and get this gimmick swap ready.
Yeah, so with this one, I think I sort of got a grip on like how gimmick swap could be kind of dope. So got two wrestlers here. I need to just read this real quick. I wrote something for this. We'll want to pop it up. In one corner, you have Mick Foley, the hardcore legend with three personas. On the other side, you have Bray Wyatt, the cult leader, monster turned myth. Both men sort of had like that pain in their performance. But what if they traded masks? I'm not asking if this worked. I'm sure it would. But let's think about how those characters would have been different.
So just so we're making this clear.
Yeah.
We're giving Mick Foley career the Bayou Swamp gimmick, then the Funhouse gimmick, then the Fiend. Mick Foley
and sort of, and how would, again, the Mick Foley that we sort of know already now, would those characters have been different? Would that Funhouse have been like a psychiatric ward, or would that Bayou have been something else? Sort of like playing it that way. It's just, we know the personas as what they are. Let's just jumble them up and switch them and see what happens. Let's trade masks.
I don't like this gimmick swap.
Why not?
Why?
I don't like this.
Because it's hard. It's tough, huh?
Because this
makes
so good, because if you swap this, both of them would have still killed it with these different gimmicks. Because
there would have been some nuances, some differences within them too.
Right. Because to be honest with you, if I'm being honest, they're very still parallel to each other. Because if Mick Foley switched it, Bayou Wyatt would have just been Cactus Jack a little bit, just with a little bit more swagger. He would have been more like, he would have had a little bit more swagger. And then too, like, now I'm even wondering though, who's his faction? So like, who's his Eric Rowan? Who's his Luke Harper during this time?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, see, now you got me think. That's why I was like, I don't like it, because because it's like, she just said we about to be quick. It's like, no, this finna send us down a rabbit hole right here.
So now, since you mentioned that, now I got it on the flip side for you. With Mick Foley. Oof.
Because which one came first? Mankind, right?
Technically Cactus Jack and Dude Love came first. Technically Dude Love, if you really want to go old school. If you're trying to go old school, Mick Foley's been doing Dude Love shit since he was wrestling in his backyard.
Since he jumped off the roof.
Filming videos of himself jumping off a roof and shit. So
then let's because both of these have very deep rabbit holes. So I say let's start with Mick first before we jump over, because all of these are incredible.
Right.
So again, if we starting with Bayou Bray, or like let's say Bayou Foley, then does he and let's say he has a faction. Who is it?
Who during that era too?
Bayou Foley. Maybe you're getting a guy like Godwin up in there. I mean, I'm not sure if he's still around at that time in 2000s, but even still, like, I'm trying to think of others.
Well, we thinking of when this would have happened.
When that character was.
Yeah. So
when that character was.
So let's see, Mick Foley.
My thing is,
because you could reimagine Dude Love.
He debuted in 96. He debuted in 96.
Mick Foley?
Yeah. And it was on April. Okay. Mick Foley debuted in WWF in 1996. Oh, no. So the first one was Mankind. It wasn't Cactus Jack and Dude Love. Cactus Jack came in 97.
In WWE,
In WWE, but as far as like, if you're a Mick Foley fan in general, like, you do Love and Cactus.
Well, we keep it just WWE. We just keep it WWE.
Yeah. So we'll just keep it WWE. So in 96, he was out, and he's Bayou Foley. Who in WWE during that time? So the WWE roster.
DOA?
6.
Maybe.
Crush and 8 Ball. That's what they call
it. Ahmed Johnson. You got the Brooklyn Brawler.
I don't think Brooklyn Brawler was a jobber, man.
Yeah.
No. But you're not thinking as a jobber. Like, remember, this is Eric Rowan, Luke Harper stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you remember, like, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were a beast as a tag team. So do you get two big men, or do you go with somebody else? Like, does Kevin Nash get into this faction?
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody like a big guy would work.
Yeah, I'm trying to think around that time too.
Because you want to get that like of mice and men kind of feel, where you have the little guy, but then you have the big tough guy. Oh, Isaac Yankem, Kane.
He was in 96. Was he still Isaac Yankem in 96, right? Yeah, so
he absolutely was.
Yeah. Kane wasn't here yet, though. Kane came next year.
Kane was the next year after that. Yeah. So yeah, Isaac Yankem would have fit perfectly in that.
Do y'all remember Radford?
No.
I could see Radford. Radford wasn't big, but I could see Radford, Maybe Scott Taylor could have possibly been in there.
Louis Spicoli?
Huh?
Louis Spicoli?
Hey man, listen. I'm just
I didn't
again,
know
this is the roster.
I'm literally I can't literally stop thinking of who we just said previously. I feel like
the DOA.
No, I feel like Kane. Well, Glenn Jacobs, Dr. Isaac Yankum. Like instead of the dentist gimmick, you put him as like the Swamp Man gimmick, strong silent assassin Swamp Man type. You know.
Hey, know who else?
Here's the thing too is like if because we're talking about like Brady taking those gimmicks on, right? Is that where we were?
Oh, yo.
I think I
forgot. Kane was fake Diesel during that time. You had the fake Diesel and the fake Razor Ramon. They would have been
both
great.
Of them. You get both of them.
That was in between.
You get both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Those are your Bayou Foley boys.
So now, okay,
I kind of made him a psychedelic false prophet, though, man. That's what I was thinking of. Mick Foley being a bit.
The crazy thing is is like, do you get you obviously don't get a rock and sock connection, do you? When you're Bray Wyatt switching with Mick Foley.
Well, no,
Bray Wyatt is more sinister, whereas Mick Foley was more gimmicky and comedy.
Nah, but you still have Funhouse Bray. Mm-hmm. So if you have a
Funhouse do love,
yeah. So if you have a Funhouse Foley, you could have rock and sock connection with that because you can still be this evil dude that's just infatuated with the Rock. And so think about it. Imagine when you going through the life of the Rock with him having that character for the Funhouse.
Oh my
God.
And it would have been so much more cinematic mode than the way it was. I mean, it was done for its time, but now you're getting like
Adam Families type shit.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like, because I understand the mask thing, Mankind and Fiend, but I put the Fiend in more of the category of Cactus Jack because they're more like the advocates of chaos, and all hell breaking loose,
Yeah.
I feel like Bayou Bray and Mankind go hand in hand.
But we're thinking about, but again, you're talking about if you're doing the gimmick swap, it's the order in which this went. So
okay.
Bayou, Story, then Fiend.
Got you.
So we would get to it, but it's just now here. So even to like, for instance, when he's fully Mankind, we now start getting into the Fiend. Imagine him as the Fiend getting thrown off of the Hell in the Cell. See why I put it in that order? See why I started putting it in that order now?
So obviously, an alternate universe is what we need to do with this.
Yeah.
Of booking Bray Wyatt as Mankind.
You want to talk about switching up timelines? This would do a lot.
Yeah, because even if we jump to Bray could have performed all of this because had he started out as a Mankind with the helmet, and then let's say like what is this when he debuted, you still had Paul Bearer around.
Right.
Imagine if Bray and Paul Bearer in NXT with the mask on.
Yeah. Not for nothing. This is a cool. I think this is a really strong comeback for a gimmick swap. Well done.
Yes.
Because the minute I saw the picture, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fun duality, man. I just taking, even if you like took those like the Mick Foley characters, how we knew them, and you infuse them with how Bray's personality is. You get still something totally different. You don't get the same Mick Foley. You don't get the same Dude Love. You don't get the same Cactus Jack. It's another universe.
Because I'm even looking at it. I'm looking at it like his first rendition of Cactus Jack or like Cactus Bray would have been great for him to start off with. Then you come back with this Dude Love character, but he's still kind of a little sadistic, and that alter ego is Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
like he's all this love and peace dude, and then you see like a kind of flip image where he's like bloody with the dude love stuff on, and then it starts showing you how he really want to be with the mask on and stuff.
Very, very, very cult like in the 60s, very Manson like.
Yeah, like very Manson like.
He'd be more Manson. You're right.
Yeah. I think if you swap these, both of these would have been successes because they're so parallel to one another.
And if you would have had Bray unhinged back in the 90s where they had no filter for saying certain shit, man, listen, he would have said, I mean, Bray said always said a mouthful anyway, but in the 90s.
But he would have, but even that's it, we switch in time. Like, were they there? But like where they were during these times, like the gimmicks that Bray had would have still lined up perfectly for Foley. Because even like the Bayou version in 96 would have sold great. Like you would have still had that great. They'd have had them going to fucking like a gator camp or something like that to do something.
They would have done. Side quest real quick. I found on
third side quest.
I found on YouTube like roller derby from like the 90s, I think. And the first early episodes was like they were gonna be have like live alligators like in the pit with them or something like that. But I watched the second episode. Apparently PETA came out and was like, nah, you can't do that. And people are going to fall in. You can't do it. So given that was a show for the 90s, yes, indeed. Bray Wyatt would have been wrestling alligators around here.
Exactly.
He would have been homeboy that was on Tough Enough. What was that homeboy on Tough Enough? You remember that one kid?
That had the teeth for the necklace and stuff.
Yeah, he had
I know you're talking about.
He had a name like Lucky or something like that. Like something like
he
that.
Was from the Bayou. He's out straight from the Bayou.
Straight up wrestling alligators. They were on his ass too, because he, like.
Because I remember, I think he had like a conversation with Stephanie and stuff too. Oh, Tough Enough, and she liked how he was because he was just real gun ho happy and stuff like that. But
he was just happy to be there.
Yeah,
but he also happened to wrestle alligators. Like,
I definitely remember that. Nah, this one got layers, bro. Just from like all of their iconic moments. Like, imagine Mankind doing the Firefly Funhouse or something like that.
See, I think it'd be like in a psychiatric ward, man.
To make it trippy, like Cheech and Chongy.
Yeah, I just think it'd be like a psychiatric ward sort of thing. Like, Mankind had Mankind, that first character had layers already. Like, obviously, he was a fantastic pianist because he was playing pianos in his promos. So, Mankind was like a smart, man, just
he was intellectual.
Yeah.
It was a psychopath.
Good. Very similar.
So then let me ask you this. With the gimmick swap and what we've had, what would be, so let's start off with Mankind. Now I already gave you one scenario, him as the Fiend character getting thrown off the Hell in the Cell. What's another pivotal moment in Mankind's career that you would love to see with him with one of these personas break out? I already knew Honey was ready. Honey, go ahead, because she is eager beaver right now.
Winning the championship on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Ask which persona though?
Give me Cactus Bray.
Wait, what?
Cactus Bray, no? You were asking about the swap. The gimmick swap. You were asking me who?
You mean Bayou Foley?
Bayou Foley, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, wait, what?
Bayou Foley, yes, Bayou Foley.
I clearly wrecked everybody's mind with this one, so we're okay to move on.
Yeah, just
no. We got it. But okay, and then so yours, Deonne. What would be like one of Mankind, Mick Foley's iconic moments? What would you like to see with one of his iconic moments, and which gimmick would you choose from Bray?
His match with Edge at WrestleMania, the Flaming Table.
Okay. And which persona do you want to see him be?
Oh man,
Cause watching the Fiend go through a fire table.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want.
I was gonna say it's right there. It writes itself.
Yeah, it writes itself.
Going through a fire table with the tax.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, all right. So now we'll reverse it. Bray Wyatt. Give me a pivotal moment in Bray Wyatt's career that you would want to see, and which Mick Foley persona would you have? If need be, I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to see Cactus Bray in the Elimination Chamber when he won his first WWE match. I want that one.
You know what? Give me the team up with Roman. I feel like that could be fun.
Yo, that was fun, bro. That was a fun. That's still one of my low-key fun favorite finishes in a tag team match, bro. When he was just like boom, and after the spear kind of 1, 2, 3,
and they did not plan that either. That was not supposed to happen
at all. Bray was so swaggy for that.
Okay, so which persona is he gonna have for that one?
See, that's the thing. Like, I think Cactus would be fun. Let's do that one.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. Hey, Bray Love would be also a good one.
I'll stick with Cactus on that one.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Okay,
be weird dynamic.
Honey, what about you?
Fun.
What are we calling Funhouse and Dude Bray? What are we calling Dude Love and Funhouse Bray? What is his name? You got the Bayou Bray. You got, what do you have it?
What?
I'm asking what are the, oh my goodness. Anyway,
there's Cactus Bray. There's Bray Love.
That's what I was asking. Okay, that's the name I was asking for. Okay, I was like, what are we calling Funhouse and Dude Love? That's what
then there's Bray Kind.
Break for all Bray Kind. I'm gonna actually go with Bray Love in the Funhouse match with Cena.
That'd be fine.
Trippy and sadistic at the same damn time.
But see, now what you're saying is that's all three. If we being honest, you get all three.
If you want to get technical, yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. Like, think about it. You get to see all three personas, but you get Dude Love to cover him. Like that.
Dude Love's the one that covers him.
Like Bray Love to cover him. Right. That'd be fire.
Yeah.
I just want peace, man. That's all I want is just peace. That's it, baby.
What a great theme song. What a great theme song. Can we all just get along?
This was a great gimmick swap, sir. I think either way.
Yeah, you deserve a round of applause for this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You definitely deserve a round of applause.
This was success right here, sir.
I like this one.
Yeah, this was success right here, bro. I'm gonna just give you the. She does not have great song choices on this thing at all.
What is that? What was that?
I should have just played low-fi.
You should have played whatever that music the last time it was.
I think it was low-fi.
When Deonne got
that's what Deonne picked.
The one that Deonne got. Somebody got an answer right or something. He's like, you get this.
I know what that was.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it was great. It was great.
It worked.
Yes, it did. That was a fantastic gimmick swap, though. I thoroughly enjoyed that, man.
I'm gonna think about that some more, though, too.
I am, because like we can talk about that like for days. Like they
could be its own episode.
Yeah, like that one was. We could really dive into that one.
Let me find out. Our segment's gonna turn into just episodes now,
right? I mean, but I put them out like that too, where our segment just one full YouTube video. So we might even come back and revisit that and just make it a full episode. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that offline. We're definitely gonna talk about that. But we're gonna move into our next one. It is called Top Tier. This is where I'm getting my reins in. So this one is where we are going to give our top tier. And for this one, it is Best person on the mic.
Oh shit.
Best person on the mic.
I gotta put.
I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna name them for you. So you're not staring and everything like that. I would blow it up, but I did not make a layout for that. So you know what? No, we gonna do.
I went full screen. I can see it, but
I went full screen. I can, but I know who that is. Okay.
Oh, like honey.
Okay, I know who they are.
We know honey need her glasses to see it. Go ahead and put them glasses on, honey. You need them.
I wear shades, not glasses.
Go get your glasses then, and so you can see.
I don't have glasses. I don't need glasses.
Oh, okay. Go get your glasses and your cardigan. Now, baby, which one? Who that third one over there is? Who that third one right there?
Dude, there's some obvious top tier.
So here's the thing, though. Here's the caveat.
How many I get?
The biggest.
Yeah. So we have top tier, mid tier, low tier.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 can go in top tier.
Oh shit.
Only 4 can go in mid tier, and then 5 has to go in low tier. And this one again is for the best people on the mic. So the selection, we have 12 people. We have The Rock, we have CM Punk, we have MJF, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, Eddie Kingston, Paul Heyman as a manager, John Cena, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Kevin Owens. So let's start with Mr. CM Punk. Where, my good friends, does CM Punk go as far as mic skills? Is he considered top tier, mid tier, or low tier?
Honey, we gotta come to a consensus, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we all have to agree?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
I'm just looking at the rest of the list.
I don't know where you putting him, Deonne.
I can only get 3 at top tier.
3 top tier.
Mid ain't a bad spot, man.
For Punk?
Side quest.
Man, we got enough time for
but the fact
took us on too many.
The fact he said Digivolve though.
Yo.
Here's what got me. Because all I can see in my head, Honeybon, Digivolve too. Grandma Bon.
Yo, you know what, yo?
Ooh, shit, that was great. Thank you.
I really hate that that's my favorite sweater. Y'all making fun of it. Y'all ain't even see the whole sweater. It's cute. It's fly. It says peace and love on it. It's very hippie looking. Like, y'all hating. Sage D, I'm going to punch you in your nose.
You are not helping your case one bit.
Considering the list, I'm going to go mid tier.
I also agree with mid tier.
After all that.
After all of the darkness and sadness.
Don't start it, man.
Mid tier is what's happening.
This is when I watched the show without me on Saturday. Y'all did make me feel like a hall monitor, man. That's exactly how y'all made me feel.
Oh, is this why you side quest so much this episode? Feels like I'm fun too, damn it. I can get off the rails too. Shit. Got me feeling like the wet blanket.
Oh my God. All right. You said mid for CM Punk. That's crazy.
I say mid. I get the pipe bomb and everything like that, but it's always the same thing over and over again for me. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then.
That's wrestling though, man.
Yeah, but outside the pipe bomb, give me another promo.
Arms are too short to box with God.
Okay, give me another one.
The one where he completely dog walked Kevin Nash and Triple H.
You can do that with The Rock, though. You got several you can do with The Rock where you remember them promos.
Oh,
when he impersonated everybody for Armageddon, Hell in the Cell, Jabroni, Do You Eat Pie?
Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
Kissing Trish.
CM Punk. I give
introducing us to Strudel with Lillian.
Yep.
Mid-tier.
Hogan, Razor, and Nash.
So are we agreeing though? Is CM Punk going mid-tier?
Fine.
He seems so sad.
Only because I feel like, no.
Now look at this list, honey.
No, I know it's hard. It's really hard and it's difficult because I'm trying to look at these people on the list that literally get these mic skills off of being themselves.
Well, here's the thing.
And execute.
We know Will. Will strategically put these in an order that's going to destroy us by midway through.
What? Sir, I am Paul.
Speak
for yourself. Your boys are in the middle. I mean, I think I got my top tier.
No, I'm just saying to have the People's Champion at the end of this list.
I didn't do that. Photoshop.
And then Austin in the middle of this list.
Mind you, they're the biggest figures in
Heyman at the beginning of this list.
Listen, Photoshop did this, not me.
Whatever, man.
All I did was drop them in and then hit enter. And this is the order game.
Well, all right. Well, next one.
All right. The Wise Man. The Wise Man.
If we're
Mr. Heyman.
If we're in disagreement on this, I'm gonna be sad.
I mean, if he don't go at top tier, I don't know what we do.
There's no such thing as mid or low with this.
Put him up there, man. Put him up there.
Since he was 15 years old, dog.
I'm about to say, if the man is not top tier, give me somebody that's supposed to be in that one.
He walked so more than half of these gimmicks could run.
Yep.
If not all of them.
This is true.
Shit. Let me say it like I be plotting this shit, man.
No, he was very, very targeted here, man. Very, very pointed.
LA Night. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a great debate for us to be doing.
Now, honey, we get 4 at mid tier, 3 at top.
Listen, here's why I would give low tier for this. Because you have 3 people he pulled from that he's doing.
Depends on when you put those 2 people.
But he technically has a little bit of his own shit thrown in there.
Okay.
The whole
I can't put him low tier, man. I can't put LA Knight low.
I can't either. I'm just giving logic. I think mid tier because of everything he has.
I could do mid tier. I could do mid. Okay.
So
I just don't know if it's wrong. Like you hear that pop and everybody says what he says, man. Sometimes I understand it's Mike's skills, but he always gets people fired up really well too.
Yeah. Now remember though, that's 2 slots now. You have 2
slots. Yeah, that's
go in mid tier.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Jake the Snake Roberts.
All right, honey. Jake was early on. I caught the other Jake in the early night, like the mid 90s, like the one Austin told him, get out of his ring sort of thing, or get him out of the building.
I knew Jake the Snake when Undertaker was coming in and all of that stuff. Like I had his action figure and all of that, like Golden Era blue ring.
That's a tough. I'm in
a little bit of a tough pickle because Jake was always also one of my dad's favorites, and I remember distinctively like watching his promos, man.
And keep in mind, this is not permanent, so these can switch. We will have to finalize this. So this is not finalized as far as the list go. Things can get swapped around. Things can get moved around if you disagree.
This really sucks. If y'all don't put this man in low tier and stop playing.
Low. No, but here's the thing.
You need to go back and watch. I understand. I know what you're probably going to say. I wasn't there for some of this shit.
No. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm looking at everybody else on this list. Like, Jake ain't never outdid Cena on the mic.
Honey,
Austin,
can you say with a face right now that the people who are on that list, right, who are left, are better than Jake the Snake on the mic?
Not all of them.
Not all of them, right? We know who's low tier on that list. I know my low tiers already.
I think I know my low tiers too. Yeah,
but it's tough to put. We only got 2 slots at top, 2 slots at mid left. Hilarious. Jake might have to eat this low tier real quick.
You might have to take this out just once. We love you, Jake. We love you, Jake. But damn it,
low tier.
Yeah, low tier.
All right, low tier. The Jaker, the Snaker is going.
Papa Honey gonna kick my ass.
Probably so. He might disown you.
I'm gonna redeem myself though in the later segments.
Low tier next.
yeah, big time. I was just gonna say skip.
Damn,
skip.
Just
it's no shade to Eddie Kingston. No shade to Eddie Kingston at all whatsoever. But come on now.
You really don't like your New Yorkers, huh? That's tough work.
Top. Next.
Tough work.
That's such bullshit. Anyway.
Top next. Top.
Wait, I can't see who's behind him because there's more people on this list.
Top.
You didn't even need to see the list to know that.
All right, top. Yeah, top.
All right, what we doing?
Sure. I'm just making sure. But there's still only one more left.
There's only one slot left. You're right. It's only one slot.
And y'all better do right. We got to do
low tier.
Yeah, low.
Yeah. Mick Foley Jr.
Low
tier.
Foley. Low Foley Jr. Low tier junior.
Man, so cool. Right. Yeah.
Now,
mid.
The GOAT.
Next.
Huh?
Mid next.
Mid tier.
Mid next. Mid next.
Mid tier.
Mid
next.
That's not a bad spot.
That's crazy.
Those mid tiers are fire.
Wow, mid tier for John Cena. What?
Mid tier next. For the next one too. Right, Deonne. Right,
honey. Here's the thing.
Right now, right, Deonne. No, Deonne. Right, mid tier, Deonne. See,
if we do that mid tier, we mean okay. Put a mid tier now. Because we can move around a little bit after this. Mid tier.
Mid tier for Cody Rhodes, the Captain America of Now, Mr. Owens, KO himself.
See, that's the one I was.
Where were you gonna put Cody then?
I wasn't gonna put him top tier.
Understand this. Your mid tier is up.
Yeah, we're full on mid tier. We got to go low because there's only one other spot for that top tier, and we know who that is.
There's 2 more people left in the bottom though.
Yeah, and those are
only 3 people left.
Kevin's low. Not necessarily meaning that he is actually low tier because we know he's not. But I'm just saying in regards to this list.
How many we get for low 5?
5. So
yeah, put MJF.
Bye, MJ. And put Dwayne right where he belongs. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
God, but my name is Billy. It doesn't matter what. Like, come on, man. killed Billy Gunn's career in one promo.
All right. So we got let's see. We got.
You should know by now that we are the it doesn't matter.
All right. So any objections to this list? Top tier mic performers: Paul Heyman, Stone Cold The Rock. Mid tier: CM Punk, LA Knight, John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Low tier: Jake the Snake, Eddie Kingston, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Anybody nominate any switches? What you got, honey?
Jake and LA Knight.
Absolutely.
I got one. I do have one.
I definitely disagree with that one.
I'm only saying that for error purposes.
Heyman for Cena.
What?
Heyman for Cena.
Log off. We out. Bye. This is the end of the Kayfabe Podcast episode. Bye. Get the Deonne.
Heyman for Cena.
Hold on, honey.
I'm halfway
on,
close
honey.
to closing my screen.
Hold on, honey. Let me see where he go with this, because this is not far-fetched.
Paul Heyman for Cena?
Cena? You know Cena promos.
Cena's
for 25 years?
He's been popping
CM
people.
Punk's been around. I mean, CM Punk. Paul Heyman's been around longer than Cena's been in.
I understand that, but from the Word Life era to now, them freestyles is still legendary.
Paulie dangerously.
I get it. But you're thinking about like this, not current Paul Heyman, but like this run from Lesnar to Roman.
Well, I'm just thinking because Councilman did say Paul Heyman as manager, so I'm thinking manager from all the way through.
Okay, but if you think about Cena's 20 plus years here, from the Dr. Thugonomics to now, the reason I'm putting him there is that he cooked the guy we put third up there, and I don't like saying that. He cooked The Rock.
I hate that moment, bro. I
do too.
That moment.
So that moment alone there, I'm moving Paul Heyman to mid-tier, moving Cena up to top.
Wow. Well, since you have a very valid point and justification for your reasoning, I can't deny that it does make sense. So I will vouch for it as well. As much as it pains me to say. But anyway, yeah. Did he just disappear?
Yeah, he cut the whole camera off. So are we switching Cena and Paul?
Yes. We're switching Cena and Paul.
Ooh, they gonna be mad at y'all. Because majority wins. I have a nomination.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Kevin Owens for CM Punk. Kevin Owens for CM Punk. Kevin Owens be giving the craziest fucking promos.
And he's had some fun moments and very interesting.
They logged Deonne off. StreamYard kicked Deonne out. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo.
All because he switched Paul Heyman and Cena.
Yo, man, Paul Heyman gonna come on this show one day and be like, "Hey, so is this the guy? What you mean? Ain't this the guy that switched me?" Like, hey, that's between you and
Deonne, come back, Deonne.
But yeah, I say Kevin Owens for CM Punk.
Okay.
Oh no, he said he had to dip. That's why. Okay, so it is left up to you and me now.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
Well, damn it.
He didn't even tell us nothing. I gotta go.
He said, screw this. Let the animals wipe themselves out with everything I said.
You're like, I gotta go. Super sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, man. We have been here for 2.5 hours though, so granted.
Word, man. It didn't even feel like it. I don't know where the time went. I'm not gonna lie.
But to be fair, I nominated that. But to be honest with you though, I'm really not mad at this list.
Yeah. For the most, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So are we finalizing this?
Yeah, we're finalizing this.
I'm okay with finalizing this. I'm not mad at this.
No, I'm not
so
mad.
To end it, we have top tier who are on the mic: John Cena, Stone Cold, The Rock. Mid tier, we're going with CM Punk, LA Knight, Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes. And on the low tier, Jake the Snake, Eddie Kingston, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, MJF. Let us know though where you would rank these in top, mid, and low tiers for the people best on the mic. To go portal up.
He had to go on Hall Pass Patrol.
Yo, we got to get him a hall monitor shirt in the
Yes,
Kayfabe.
we do. Yes, we do.
We definitely.
We gotta get him like a buzzer for when we're going off the rails and shit.
We're gonna get him a whistle.
Oh God, please don't. Then he won't. That because you know he won't. He'll take that shit and run with it.
He'll get a straight hall monitor shirt and a whistle.
Oh shoot.
Oh man, but okay. So we're gonna go ahead.
And I want people to understand that list isn't based on like our opinions of how we view them as tiers. That's just how we think about their mic skills as tiers in tier form, y'all. Maybe in some cases they're a little biased. Maybe.
Boy, she trying to save herself from her daddy with that Jake the Snake shit. He about to call her. Where'd you put him?
What'd you say?
Really? That's how you. Oh, okay.
Have I taught you nothing?
I ain't raised you like that. I did not raise you like that. I did not raise you like that. So, because he did have to dip, though, what we'll do is we will still do Who's the Heel. Do you want to do Who's the Heel, or do you want to save though? Because I think we should definitely save the Mount Rushmore for when he comes back. Because
damn, that sucks. Because I feel all right. I don't mind doing Who's the Heel, but I feel like he would really enjoy this Who's the Heel.
Well, no, but then let's save it. Let's save it. I just have to change the name of this episode because we didn't do the IC title thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I mean, we can still. I mean, if you want to, we still.
No. Because like the IC title one, he's in it. And so I definitely want him to be here.
I figured like both of these are really hard because they're really good discussions too. Like,
yeah,
and I had some shit laid out for them too. Like,
yeah, so let's
we'll be here for a whole nother 2 hours.
Yeah, no, we'll save it then because we already at 2.5 hours. So we'll save those two slots for next week's show, and for those, I think that'll be great. Because we had 2.5 hours, so I think we've given y'all more than enough of pleasure and fun and excitement for one episode of the Kayfabe Podcast.
As much as we love doing this shit, because I can sit here forever and talk with these guys, man. All of y'all.
but we kicking towards midnight, and so I definitely for Honey. So I don't want her to, not be able to get enough sleep for when she gotta go to work and stuff like that. So
do got the AM shift and SmackDown watch along tomorrow. So I just want to make sure I got my energy for you guys.
Yeah, so we definitely want to get her some sleep. We appreciate y'all loving the stream. Anything else that you wanted to talk about though before we get out of here?
I'm gonna whoever got the next gimmick swap. We need to start bringing it because that was a really
Are you talking to yourself? Because you got it.
I guess maybe it is just me. I'm talking to myself.
She prepping herself.
But that one, I mean, I feel like the last couple of ones, the ones that we had were like good, and they weren't really like they had us thinking, but they didn't have us like in a full conversation where we could have made a whole episode about it. Bray and Mankind, we could talk all like a good 6-hour stream.
We were figuring it out. Yeah, we were still ironing out the kinks and everything like that. But like Deonne just brought it home. Like this one showed us why we can keep doing this one, and like you said, do separate shows.
I think basically what I meant to say was I need to step my game up when it comes to gimmick swap next time. That's basically what I'm saying.
I mean, I say we both do. I think we both do.
That was tough. That was tough, and I wanted to keep talking about it more.
But I would say because we do have the crowd here, I would say I think maybe we should be able to start. Again, I know we'd have to iron out the details of it, but I think we should be able to start doing some of these gimmicks that we have as a straight episode. I think being able to we can still do it here like how we just did, but it's we'll get deeper into it with this one. We'll do for gimmick swap, we can do a full episode of straight Bray Wyatt and Mick Foley as gimmick swap, or even Who's the Heel. I think that's a good 30 to 45 minute discussion between what we were bringing up. We're not gonna mention it yet, but
right. And then with the one I picked for today, which unfortunately y'all gonna have to wait. We're gonna wait on next week, but I think y'all are really gonna enjoy this one. So I'm kind of wanted to come out swinging with this with Who's the Heel, because being that we haven't really done it before.
Yeah. So, so just let us know too, what y'all think of that. If y'all would want to see that, appreciate that. Y'all are also the best for being in here with us. That's why we love
you, Alabama too.
Yeah, We love being able to do this so much. Sorry about that. Just responding to some stuff. They won?
They did. No shit. High five.
Wow.
Yo, let's go. See, I told you, man. Wait, tell me after.
But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all checking out this episode of the Kayfabe Podcast. Of course, Deonne had to dip, but the greatest tag team on the internet will be closing it out today. But make sure that y'all like, y'all comment, and subscribe to the video. And if you're not following us on our Instagram, please do so, man. We just made it so dope. We just made it, look all pretty and stuff like that. And professional now. Like look at this. Come on now. Look at this. Ain't what wrestling podcast
Look at this. Moving on up in the world, y'all.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. This program right here.
Clips for days.
And we still got so many
that y'all haven't even seen yet.
Yeah. But so make sure if you're not following, make sure y'all follow us on our Instagram and tell a friend. Tell a friend, because we also talking about doing a giveaway very soon, man. We're going to start coming out with merch for y'all to be able to go purchase for the Kayfabe Podcast. So we want to make sure that we start doing some giveaways for y'all, but we want to make sure that we keep building this up. So please make sure that you follow the page, follow my YouTube page for the Kayfabe Podcast, so we can keep this going. And always, so then that way too, y'all know when we're coming out with an episode, when we're going live, and it looks like probably coming out with a little bit more now, thanks to what y'all just said. So make sure.
Floodgates.
But that's a good thing. That's how you know this is growing. So that's a great thing. That's a great aspect to have. So we appreciate y'all for checking in. Make sure you do something dope for yourself before you go to bed tonight. Whatever it is, if it's putting your feet in some hot water, watching one of your favorite shows, or sipping on some wine, make sure you do something dope for yourself. It's Thursday. The weekend is here for y'all. Get it started right. So on behalf of myself and Honey, we bid y'all adieu. We'll catch you next time. It's